earlier than usual. What surprise! And that means that we'll be ending
Early.
earlier than usual as well.
Mhm.
Quick announcement. Basically, things are coming up in the next several weeks, so our start time will be altering depending on when people are available. So
Hmm.
either we'll be making Pika get up extremely early, or we'll be making myself, Miss, and Cloud stay up extremely late.
This is not extremely early. I get up
Uh,
at 5:30 for my job.
yeah.
This is a nice relaxed morning.
I'm just teasing. And I'm used to
To
staying
be
up
to be
late.
honest, I expected that the moment I wake up for the weekends I will be like running to so we can begin the session. But no, I wake up early. The first thing I do is turn on the Discord, and I wait in an hour until we have the first chat. Because I decided to relax on the weekend. So instead of waking up around 5 6, I wake up around 8 9. Imagine my surprise when it wasn't at the time.
Well, to be
Great.
fair, I'm used to staying up late, but not by my own fault, so I can do late.
Mhm.
So it's been a while. I think 3 weeks since
Yeah.
we had the Star Wars session. Uh, Last time we left off with the crew back on their ship, making the final preparations to leave Mandalorian space
To do a thing.
and go and ask every hat that they can find for information.
No, that's
But
not the
we
plan.
decided against it on the meantime.
Hello, have you heard the good news, Mr. Hut?
Can I sell you some flowers? Yes, my name is not Elena. My name is Arif.
Oh,
Can I
god
sell you
damn.
some flowers? Yes, please. I'm gonna need them. I have to put something in your grave.
Well, I don't have an orb of materia in my hair. What are you talking about?
Uh,
Oh god.
and yeah, a, a lot of things happened last session. Uh, Nothing went out of hand, thankfully.
Yep,
Yep.
for now.
For now, yes.
That's
And yes, you are all back to your ship.
Mhm.
You're
Ye-
making, as I said, the final preparations to
I mean,
actually leave.
I'm probably still talking
Ne-
to the witch and Crook at this point, but anyway.
Neo made a horrible suggestion that everyone thankfully turned down, so he had time to think about something better.
Yeah, thankfully he had 3 weeks to to come up with something.
I've been talking to Crook and the witch for 3 weeks. Of course, I can run my mouth.
So yes. Um. So, any particular place that you want us to start?
um, Neo will make the suggestion of having Elena talk with her contact on the New Republic to try to see if she can get any information regarding, the Black Sons or the Assassin Guild that we're looking for. And I'm going to, when she's done, call the bounty hunter that we know and try to make a deal to do some works for him in exchange to getting the locations of the shadow ports that he knows, or or if he knows any moving shadow port to get that information.
Okay.
Okay, Neo, I'll do that as soon as I'm back on the ship.
Mhm.
Uh, Also, at some point, if I remember correctly, you said something about the minus cluster or not.
We discussed it behind scenes a lot, and we decided that probably we could try to find information regarding that, but try to do something regarding it. It's probably right now with the resources we have and all that a waste of time.
Mm,
So
okay. Well, you could go there and start searching, but you're going
Yeah,
in blind, pretty much.
and it's a long travel and a lot of stuff can happen in that time. So yeah, we decided against it.
Okay, then. So, as the preparations are being made,
Hmm.
Kakruk will approach Elena.
Hmm.
You can see him holding a few things and starts shuffling around and he says, so I have some things here that you might remember. I made a few copies the last few days, and there you go. And he
I
gives you some holo recordings.
I looked through them, recognized a couple of hollows of when Kukruk and I were hiding out with Quinlan Voss and Kelleran when I was a child. Also, a few teachings back from the past with from Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, and Qui-Gon Jinn. These are some of the holo records we had at Arkinia.
Well, yes, I was the only one that was not particularly inclined of living and let's say risking in general. So it would be better for me to keep them.
I give him a knowing smirk. At least you had the choice.
Uh, we always have a choice, for better or for worse.
Not when you're a Padawan to one of the biggest risk takers in the order.
It might seem that way, but anyway, I thought it would be good for you to have them. Maybe remember a few lessons and some good old times.
That would be great, Master. Perhaps I could probably show these to Joanne as well to help him improve his training.
Yes, that would be probably a good idea. So, you'll be leaving shortly, as I understand, yes?
I believe we're due to depart in the next couple of days. Yes.
Hmm, I think I might be leaving even earlier. We made a few preparations, uh, and I think we have a pretty good lead for the first, for our first quest, let's say. Of course, I'll keep in contact.
I give him a friendly nudge. You better this time. I don't want to be freaking out again.
Well, I'll be on my guard as always, so don't freak out if you can't actually reach me out.
I won't.
So, anyways, I think that our friendly Dathomiri Waits wanted to talk to you lot before we depart.
I give him a smile, going, "That's good. I've got a few choice words for her as well." I give him a very jokey smile.
Good to know then. Okay, later. And he leaves.
I take the holo recordings into my bunk for safekeeping until we're set off, and then I go to meet the rest of the crew.
And destroy them.
Destroy the past.
Destroy it all.
Anyway, I
Hmm.
I go to the rest of the crew going. By the way, before we depart, our friendly witch would like a word with us.
Sure, no problem. Response Neo.
I'm gonna go and meet with them now. You come down when you're ready. And I follow Kukruk down the boarding ramp about a few paces behind.
Mm-hmm.
Neo finishes what's doing and goes after doing that.
Yes.
Catch fit. Catch finishes doodling a face onto his chosen rock and then follows.
The Rock is
Of
becoming
course.
Mr. Wilson.
The,
No,
no,
no, it's called Dwayne. The Rock's
The
called
rock
Dwayne.
spoke.
Dwayne the
The rock
Rock.
spoke to Catch. The spoke told him, "If you give me a face, I will make you even stronger."
If you
Call
give
me
me a body,
Dwayne.
you'll be unstoppable.
Catch's actions are an enigma to those who watch him.
To the uninitiated eye,
I've
my
just got
actions seem nonsensical.
I've just got the image of
Yep.
Elena just pointed to just talking to Cook jokingly going, although Dwayne's not my most promising student, looking at Ketch.
Yes, my Padawan, why are you watching me?
I'm a Jedi Knight now, Ketch. I'm not a Padawan anymore.
Yes, and I'm a master.
That's true. You're still a child to me.
Anyway,
You're,
we have a
you're,
witch to go
you're,
meet.
you're a being that only few can fathom.
So, you go down and you see Ilva uh, with a few packs uh, with various stuff inside, taking care of them. She sees you with the corner of her eye and stands up and approaches.
Going on a little hike, I say jokingly.
Yes, it seems like that. Well, bright side of things is that I'm going to see more of the galaxy. On the other hand, I won't be doing it for, let's say, entertainment reasons.
But you can still get at least some more learning stuff since like that's something you do enjoy at least.
Oh, yes, that the old Wifid is going to be a very interesting partner, I believe.
I give her a smile, going, don't worry. I'm sure he'll tell you as many stories as he told me in my youth.
Let's hope not, says.
He smiles at that and says, "Well, at least you can count on him being less interesting than the kind of chaos we get into."
Speaking of which,
Hmm.
I have something that I neglected to tell you before because, well, I wanted to make sure that we wouldn't have any surprises like the last time.
Of course.
I roll my eyes, remembering the last time.
So, and you see her giving a look around to make sure
Hmm.
that no one is eavesdropping or something like that. And
Hmm.
she tells you, okay, so actually there was some part of information that I was able to obtain from with the help of the clan mothers. Um, I was able to find a little more clarity on the first vision that we had.
I raise,
You can see that Neo immediately puts more tense face, but still pays attention.
I raise my eyebrow.
I was able to make out a name, I believe. Anyway, it will be probably a good thing to research it further. Uh, Something called genius virtue.
Neo keeps the name in his mind for the moment that this is how I'm begin to go searching for that.
Mm-hmm. Elena, roll. Elena and Jawayne roll wisdom.
Okay.
Actually, no, not Jawayne. If I remember correctly, only Elena was able to hear that in the vision.
Okay.
So you roll wisdom, and everyone can roll intelligence if you like.
Okay. I will just for the kicks and giggles. I roll and I roll a 23. A 20. I roll two
Yeah.
20s. Two
I rolled a
20s.
nat one. Yeah, I rolled a nat one.
No, a two.
No, no, my
It was a
wisdom's
two.
free. My wisdom's free.
Here it says that you roll a two.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm. Two
um,
20s. So Yahweh, so Ketch and Nia suddenly has a bright start in their minds.
Well, of
unfortunately,
course, I'm a Jedi Master.
Well,
I would, of course,
probably.
know what's going on.
I mean, Neo probably would have guessed it because Elena described the vision to him.
unfortunately, Elena, you don't recall anything
Don't worry,
about
though.
this.
Jedi Master Ketch is here to help you
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
nothing springs into mind. But Neo and Ketch, the moment they hear that, they make the educated guess that this is not the name of a person, but of a vessel, maybe.
Mhm,
It's like the Lando system.
mhm.
It is
We
probably something like, a starship, something like that.
we obviously, I think, I don't know about how Ketch shares, but Nia obviously shares it. So the witch at least also, even if she's going on whatever travel she goes, if she hears anything, she can know where to try to hear about this.
Okay. So,
Mhm,
uh, you share the information.
mhm.
The witch looks at you and says, "There you go. Ship's name, perhaps. Yeah, makes more sense. I mean, who in the right mind would name a person Genius Virtue?"
Probably the Sith. We never knew. We always Sith were kind of crazy like that.
Neo looks at Elena Witch and says, "Were they really that insane?"
That would be more of a question for my old for Crook. Neither of
Neo, after hearing the response of Elena, looks for the opinion of the witch because he's a newbie on this, so he wants to have a varied of opinions of people he trusts.
Says, other that what stories we have on Dathomir, we don't actually know that much about the Sith and their whole deal. We know they are pretty dangerous and extreme, and
You are not so that.
they were individuals to be avoided. They always meant bad news wherever they showed up.
I had that.
Yes,
Yeah, we Jedi may have been their mortal enemies, but that does not mean they hunted us exclusively.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Night Sisters. They were the only clan, well, the most prominent clan on Dathomir, and they had extensive dealings with them. Look how they ended up, all dead.
Yep.
Nia, Nia sighs at hearing all of this and says, "Well, sadly, it seems like we are dealing with some Sith stuff here, so let's hope that we don't end up like that."
Uh, yes, that would be preferable. So, good luck with your future endeavors. And since you now know you have a small lead, perhaps it would be better for you to start searching about this name or whatever it is.
One of the first things I thought to do, I told her.
I say good luck as
I tell
well.
her.
I tell her good luck as well, and I actually play about with my encrypted comm. Like, if you learn anything that could be of use, you know how to contact me.
Yes, of course, he says.
Before she goes around, Neo just does a hand salute with the hand, a small wave.
Hmm.
I also call after her
Mhm.
cheekily just to say, "Oh, one last thing.
What?
I told you so." I tell her with a smile.
She gives a small smile back and says, "We'll see about next time."
Okay.
And she takes her leave.
The moment Neo sees that she's out, he goes to the ship's computer and begins looking for the information regarding what she gave us. God damn it, that
Okay,
was a 5.
you know the drill. You can use a force point if you feel like it.
Yeah, I'm going to use one because this is important. So,
Hmm,
hmm,
that's actually good.
yep.
So you find a few basic information,
Mhm,
a few official entries
mhm,
about uh, a starship freighter with the name of Genius Virtue that was apparently some kind of a privateer ship. Um,
mhm,
that's all you find for now. I mean,
mhm,
okay, it's something that actually existed at some point.
mhm,
As far as you can see, uh, what little entries you can find were made approximately 10 years, 10 to 12 years in the past,
mm.
and that's pretty much it.
Okay, after
You make a
finding this,
mental note, and next time you visit a more another place that has better terminals, maybe, and more detailed, with more detailed information, you might find something even
mhm,
more than that.
after
Alternatively,
finding,
someone else might also try and do some research.
I want to do two stuff. First of all, I would like to do a guard information roll to see if the Mandalorians around here know anything.
Okay.
Oh, damn it, that's horrible. I'm
Ooh,
not even going to add it a force point roll to that.
yeah.
That's just let's leave it at I
Yes.
find nothing.
Yeah. So they tell you that no,
Mhm.
they haven't heard of it.
Unfortunately, kid, you can't read the neon signs if there's no neon sign to be found.
Next, I go to the Neon Sign Master if he's still around here, and I share this with him and I ask him if he finds anything that he informs us.
Where's
Frelis,
the
it's
neon
time
sign?
to roll.
Do I have to roll gather information? As Frelis?
No, you can choose not to roll, but
I'm
the idea
rolling.
is that
Oh, I'm
I'm
rolling.
showing that. Okay, okay.
You can roll
My
gather
honor as the neon
information.
sign master must be held.
You can
Okay.
roll master. Yeah, you can you can roll gather information or use computer as well.
Oh, I think my use
Mhm.
computer might be better. Yep, I've got 11 in that.
No,
I have more on that than use computer and I got a bad roll, so yeah,
there you
that's why I
go.
use that information.
You could use the first point to
That's
you never
already
know.
that's already a 15. I think that's a decent enough roll.
That's in
Yep.
26. It could go to 30.
True, that's enough, and we are not going to be using Frelisk a lot,
Yeah, I can
so
waste a force point on Frelis because why the fuck not?
mhm,
I'm not using him much anyway.
yeah,
Ugh.
of course, of course.
Okay.
27.
So, you start researching the matter a little depth. You
Mhm,
use a few tricks that you have learned from your Mandalorian friends and that you've picked up
No, I
through
don't
the
want to view my.
years.
I don't want to view my Bo-Katan sex tape today.
Uh, uh,
This is a serious offense.
No, it's. I'm allowed to have it. It's just we only watch it in private.
If anyone finds out, you're toast.
just looks at that statement weird out by Frelisk.
So,
Uh,
you actually find out that this vessel was under. It was owned by a human called Naz Feligood.
Not spelly good.
Feligood, Feligood.
Very
He's
good.
not feeling good.
Yes.
Apparently, this ship was owned by a guy called Nuts Fairly Good.
As far as you can see, he was some kind of privateer, meaning he got jobs from here and there, making deliveries, um, doing doing pretty much anything. And he had a very tame reputation as a good findsman.
Mm,
Um, he has been hired before with his crew to go and uh, for exploring missions and treasure hunts and stuff like that.
So he's a Gand.
mhm.
No, I can't let this stand.
What? His Sith name is Darth Sidious. Of course he's not feeling good.
That's the sequence.
Of course.
Anyway, the last
Darth
time,
Sidious Dale.
yes, uh, the terminal.
Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Sidious Dale?
The last time uh, that um, he was seen and his ship was almost 12 years ago.
Mm. So the
After
same time that the
that,
ship disappeared.
no more entries, no more information about him and the ship. Uh, at least nothing that you could find. No reports in any spaceports, no reports, I mean, spaceports either on Empire territory or Mandalorian
Yeah.
space.
Mhm. Question: in the report, in the stuff that Felix finds, does any map appears regarding where it has its sail and stuff like that?
Oh, one small thing. You also find a
Yeah.
picture of Naz Feligood.
Okay,
You know,
that's
an
good.
official picture that, i- imagine a
Yeah,
passport
a
picture.
passport picture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God damn it, Pika! No
But
one knows about that guy.
Are
but
you
mhm.
so?
Yeah.
D- who is
Uh,
going to see this picture? Is my question.
Well,
Neo and Frelisk
yeah.
because they're together.
Okay.
What do we roll?
Nothing.
Mhm.
Okay, let me
It's
Question.
not.
roll. I don't have any
Neo,
points in
Neo,
nothing.
Neo
I'll
Neo
put it
that's
this way:
asking.
it's not a face that either of you have ever seen before.
Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, good to know. Just so you know,
Yeah.
I will send this picture to the ship so everyone can either see it to see if they find anything, if the face calls their attention, but also the thing that Neo's right now asking: are there any maps or of stuff where this ship has moved that appear in the search of what Frelis defined? Found.
Maps, no. No one bothered to to start mapping out uh, the ship movements.
Names,
But
anything regarding where he has stopped it?
yes, it seems that he made a lot of business with
Mhm.
the worlds on the mid rim.
And you say this guy went missing 12 years ago?
Yes.
Time to check MySpace.
Topical. Top.
I knew that this. I knew that my ancient.
I'm going to do an intelligence roll to see if anything regarding where he has been moving calls Neo's attention regarding anything that he knows in movements of any of the targets that he's investigating. Of course, I rolled a freaking 7 now, of
Mhm.
course, so
Yeah.
nothing comes to mind.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Nothing seems particularly interesting or telling of
mhm.
he
the
was in
guy's
this.
movements.
Before he disappeared, he visited this place window branch.
Yes.
uh,
But as you said, you are making a copy, or at least
mhm.
uh,
Yeah, I'm copying the
sending.
information and
Yeah.
the picture to the ships because
Okay.
we could use this information.
Elena will also send once she sees it. Elena will also send a copy to Crook and the Witch.
All right.
Neo does ask him Frederick if he's not much trouble, if he hears anything regarding this that either the captain or the ship to communicate with them.
I'll do
Okay.
so. Yes.
Thanks, man.
So just to cut it short,
Mhm.
let's say that.
I was going to say that after
Yeah.
this, Neo goes back to the ship and
I better
shares the
go.
information and the picture with everyone.
I better go, kid.
Okay.
Bo-Katan's calling me from the bedroom. I need to go to my other duties.
Neo looks at him and says, "Okay, seems like you are lucky." He turns around and goes, wondering if it is regarding the bed that they were trying to put together or something else.
Ketch activates the cold showers he put in every single room.
Frederick actually is weirdly even more turned on by that.
So,
Thanks, Catch. You made it
uh,
better.
Ketch
so,
turns down the temperature so
God.
it's like 1 degree above freezing.
Oh God.
Even better.
Ketch starts a timer for when hypothermia sets in.
I heard that low temperatures are good for your skin.
I
Yeah.
I
So,
feel really stiff in all the right ways.
don't know. Uh, so you
So
return back to the ship.
share the
You
information with everyone,
share the information with everyone.
including a
Not that
picture.
information.
Yes.
No,
Uh,
not that one.
get Selena roll a wisdom or intelligence check, whatever you have a
Mhm.
bigger plus.
I'm gonna roll
Oh,
some.
I'm just copying. Yo,
Yeah.
we both roll well, then we both roll poorly.
Mhm.
Ooh, hmm.
There we go.
Maybe a force point will help us.
I got a I've got a 15 again.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Lena has a +5, I'd like to say, by default on this roll.
Why do I have a plus?
Yeah.
So technically, I've got a
Yeah,
20. I
because that's
technically
the
got a
force.
unnatural 20.
Exactly, because this is with a +1 the roll here. So it's if it's a +5 to this, then it will be 17 to 5. It will be 22.
It's 22, yeah.
I've got a +3 to
Um,
wisdom, and then if you add the +5, I've got a +8.
Mhm.
uh, it will become pretty clear why you have this bonus.
Okay.
Um, so you are looking at what information Neo found, and then your eye catches the picture of Nas. For some reason, the face that you see seems somewhat familiar. You push yourself to think, okay, where have I seen this guy before? And much to your, I don't know how to call it, I leave it up to you. You
Instinct.
realize you are almost certain that you have seen this face before, but in a much uh, in a very bad state. You're almost certain that the raving maniac you saw in the first vision talking to himself in a desert was this guy.
Elena's
Oh.
eyes just widen, and she just takes a step back, holding her head.
Neo looks at her worried, uh, puts a hand on her shoulder and asks, "Are you okay?
No, I've seen that face before.
You have?
Remember when I told you about that the vision that Joanne and I had on Dathomir? The one with the raving mad man in the middle of the desert?
Oh, that part." Says Neo a bit happy to see that it isn't the other part that he was thinking about.
I point. As I finished that, I point to the screen. It's the same guy.
Okay. We do have a travel log here of him, so maybe we can cross-reference it with any desert planet that he has went to in the small log that we have. Maybe
Maybe.
that will narrow down the chances. What do I roll? Use computer.
Mm, yes, I'd say. Actually, you have the information, correct?
Yeah, we have the information
Yeah,
of the
you already
different
have
places.
the information. So no, I don't think you should roll use computer because
Okay. What do we roll then?
uh, I'd say an intelligence check just to start cross-referencing.
Okay.
You can take 10
Please don't.
with that. No one is.
Yeah, I have a 17, so I take a 10 instead of rolling. So
Okay. Uh,
we can make this sure.
yes. So you take your time looking at various planets that Genus Virtue has been spotted,
Hmm.
and you can you, you can count
Yeah.
uh, almost 20 desert planets that this guy has
Okay.
visited at some point.
Hmm.
He surely
Can
likes the
I?
desert.
Hmm. I mean, a
Can I?
lot a lot of planets that are on the fringes or have you know
Mhm.
uh, small settlements and stuff. They are on desert planets.
Elena has described to me the appearance of that desert, obviously. So can I use that to try to narrow down some of those desert planets?
Hmm. Okay. So the vibe that you got from that desert wasn't the
Hmm.
vibe that you would get from Sahara, for example.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah.
it would you would take the same thing if there was a raging sandstorm in the horizon.
Hmm. Yeah.
Pretty much the atmosphere was a sickly thing,
Hmm.
not a clear atmosphere.
Yeah. So do I get any? Do I manage to reduce the number of those desert planets or
You
not?
can actually reduce it to 5.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I pass on a quick. We don't have to voice act this. I actually pass on a quick
Mhm.
message to the witch via hologram, going. In terms of finding that guy, remember back to our vision. Think to where we saw that raving madman. That should narrow down the search.
Mhm.
Oh, that makes sense, and at the same time is worrisome. I mean, everything is worrisome about this whole thing, but
Mhm.
What part?
hmm.
I give her a little jokey laugh down the com, going, "What part of our association hasn't been worrisome at one point or the other?"
If when I manage to narrow it down to 5 planets, the witch is still on the holocron, I make a sign to Elena and I share to him the name of the 5 planets so she can share them with the witch.
I
Hmm.
I say down
Mhm.
that I actually take that in and actually tell her the five planets that
Mhm.
Neo's narrowed it down to.
Okay. Says, all right, we'll take a look at it, most certainly, at some point.
Uh, if he managed to catch anything of what she says there in the conversation, says we're going to try to deal with the problem that the new member of the temporary member of the crew has, and when we are done with that, we will probably join on the search for this.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, we might be doing it ourselves.
Mhm.
Whoever finishes their task first, pretty much.
Also, if he's obviously doesn't think he has to say it, but he does think that he hopes that if they do find beaten over their heads, they at least call them, even if they are not the biggest help. Any help helps. He doesn't say it out loud, but he does hope that at least the witch does that if it ever
Mm-hmm.
comes to that.
I mean, Elena
Okay.
did already tell the witch before they parted visually that to call her if they found
Hmm.
out anything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's it.
Hmm.
You continue, you know, uh, storing supplies, um, checking
Mm,
every nook and cranny of the ship again to make sure that everything is fine.
mhm,
You also you also find and use actual parts uh,
mhm.
and not
To
makeshift
repair
parts that you
to
had
repair the ship.
yeah, to repair the ship properly.
Mhm.
So everything is
Mm.
ready and the ship is
Back to good condition.
back to its previous condition. Yes.
Once
Uh,
all of that is through the time of doing this, Neo does tell Elena that when she has time to contact, the captain. Give me a second because I don't remember the name on top of my head.
Captain Nosk.
yes.
Captain Nosk to uh, either tell him information regarding either of these things or to try to get to see if he knows anything about any kind of shadow port, etc. Anything that could help us.
I will do so, but at the same I think Elena will do so, but at the same time, just to get that little bit of an edge in terms of that talk, she might have our Twi'lek guest talk to the captain with her, see if she
Hmm.
can get any extra information out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And one day before you're ready to go, the Twi'lek
Mm-hmm.
shows up again. I mean, she was there, but not
Of course. Mm-hmm.
on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't
Uh,
fully rendered. She was just in the background.
yes,
She was loading
Yes.
in.
and
He was one of those NPCs that was moving around.
exactly. Half rendered with terrible graphics,
Yeah,
but now that's on the forefront.
I am
the
no
graphics
longer
are
Twi'lek ship.
dirty.
I am no longer Twi'lek shopkeeper number 5. I am an actual
Exactly,
character.
exactly. I live again. So, she shows up. You can see that she has a huge bag
Mm-hmm.
full of stuff.
When Nia says that, looks at her, says, "Looks like you're well prepared."
Well, we don't actually know how long this venture of ours will take, so better be prepared.
Sure. Better to have extra than to not have.
Yes, I agree with that. So, did
We're
you?
we're right now we are finishing with the ship when I did ask Elena to try to contact the Captain Nos so when she has time so she can see if she can get any information regarding shadow ports or shadow ports moving and share a bit of other information that we have here.
Hmm.
After that, I'm going to, if we don't find anything, I'm going to have to make a deal with a bounty hunter that we know to see if he can give, seeing as we are a bit short of money, to see if he can make us do a bit of shops for him in exchange of for information regarding different shadow ports. Mhm.
Pika's picture is perfect.
Yes, agree,
Yep.
agree, Pika.
Oh god, but her nickname in this
Perfect.
campaign will be Unity.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Unity,
And
can you help me with this holocaust for a second?
Oh god.
well, she says, I highly doubt that Captain Nosk will know anything about Shadowports, but never hurts to ask.
And it
How
Eh,
never
about
hurts
shadow
also to
facts?
try.
I say to her with a smile, it's less what Captain Nosk knows, but and more about what he thinks the Republic records would have in on that sort of area.
Mhm.
Hmm, yes. Also, there might be people in the Republic that are actually involved uh, more on the legal stuff. I mean,
Of course.
infiltration missions and all that.
That's also a possibility.
Yes, it never hurts to ask. So, yeah,
Mm.
Also, better to ask someone you trust rather than someone you don't.
you can say that again.
Yep. Neo goes back to finishing whatever he needs to do in the ship.
Elena
He
takes
calls
um,
them. Mhm,
Elena takes the Twi'lek to the holocom and contacts Captain Nosk in the meantime.
mhm,
Okay. After a minute without a response, there is a response.
mhm.
uh,
Sorry about that, I was having a bathroom break.
yes. Uh, Nosk picks up the call, and you can see his hair slash fur on his head a little bit uh, rustled and wild. He
Yeah.
says, "Who's it?"
Mhm.
It's Elena and your friendly Twi'lek here.
That the name of the NPC because apparently we forgot everyone.
Yeah.
You can call her with a surname because it's pretty easy. It's Blen for letters. So
Then
yeah.
okay. Mhm.
It's it's for
Bland?
it's Jedi Elena and Miss Blen here, Captain.
Oh, yeah. Uh, give me a minute because I was a little bit asleep.
My apologies.
Yes. So, what can I do for you? Is everything okay?
You could say that and you could not say that.
Ah,
Well,
figures.
I can only do one or the other. Can't both say it and not say it.
By the way, this is out of character. Well, he didn't. Neo didn't say it out loud. He obviously, if Elena asked for, this Nas character, he will also be happy to get more information regarding him. Mhm. That's all
um,
I want to say.
I'm assuming we told the Twi'lek what's going on with the
Mhm,
whole investigation. So at this point, Elena's gonna let
mhm.
Miss Blen continue with
Yeah.
explanation.
Okay.
Okay. she takes over and makes a pretty thorough summary of the situation. Uh,
Shit be
mm,
whack, yo.
yes. N-
Exactly.
Nosk is hearing all that and he says, "Oh, damn it, you should have told me that I will bring a notebook or something like that to start writing things down because I won't remember them all at once." Uh,
Elena could add that we could send him a copy of the information we have here regarding the NAS stuff.
As I say that
mhm.
we
Yes, that would be pretty useful and helpful. Uh, so, about saddleboards. Hmm. Actually, I know of two saddleboards by name, but I don't think they are moving around per se. One is one of the most well well known, let's say. I don't know exactly where it is, but uh, anyways, it's on hot space,
oh, joy.
Of
and
course.
very close to Malhut as well. So
Oh, joy.
yeah.
That's me saying go to hot space, go to hot space.
Other than that, I don't really know much. But I might make inquiries and see what we find out. Uh, the New Republic is taking a little bit more seriously the stuff with all the crime going wild around the galaxy at this moment.
Especially with in these times of instability, it's kind of imperative that we clamp down on this activity before things go too out of hand.
Yes, so let's hope that things are not out of hand already, because from what you say and from what stuff I've heard in general, well, things seem a little bit grim. As for the Black Suns, damn it. I know someone that I'm pretty sure he will have a treasure trove of information about them. Um,
Ketch seems very
I'll send
preoccupied.
word. I'll send word, and they'll contact you as soon as they can. Other than that, I don't think I can be much of help right now.
I nod.
So it's good to see that you are safe and sound. Because yes. Uh, oh, and Blen, I think that the guy you told us about was indeed um, what you told us he would be. Thanks for that. Anytime, Captain, she says.
I give her a quick look.
She catches that and says, "Nothing to worry about. I'll tell you later." So, if you don't need me anything else or anything else, I'll be going back to sleep. I mean, to yeah, uh, to work maybe. Who knows?
You do, you do that, Captain.
Okay, keep safe.
I give him a nod. You two, Jedi Knight Elena out. I'd hint that night thing to tell her to cheek him at how much we've come.
The last
Okay.
thing that you see him doing before his hollow projection goes off is him starting to scratch his head. Like this thing again. What?
What? Okay.
What the
Uh,
hell?
So once,
When Elena tells me I send information to Captain Nos.
okay.
Mm,
Um, so when the conversation is over, Desa
yeah.
looks at Elena and says, "So I had a few information about some villainous scum, as they call them, on the New Republic, and I informed them about them. And
Oh,
from what I understand, they should be behind bars by now.
okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So, do we have a plan according
Uh,
to?
after after this, and we send the information to Captain Moss, I will communicate with the bounty hunter Syrian as we just got information of one of the most dangerous probably shadow ports we will less want to be around.
Okay.
So I'm going to call to. Sorry, the name
I just
escapes
I
me.
just leave.
Spell lost.
I just say a little joke as I go into Neo with a just to try and calm him down. At least this time, no Boffins died to give us this information.
Yeah,
Kill
that's
him.
a joy. He's a sarcastically Neo at that.
No, no, no.
Look, a cloud is
Mm.
becoming.
So Neo calls when after he finishes sharing the information with Captain Nos to the bounty hunter cell door.
Yep.
Mm,
So you
mhm.
actually contact him.
Yes.
His name is Doras Soon, if you have forgot.
Dora Su, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Sounds
was
like a
looking
very
quickly to the
very good
information.
Korean dish.
um. Yes, he picks up the whole projection and he says,
Yeah.
"Doras Soon here. Who's it? Oh, you again."
Sorry to bother you again. Uh, just before we get into business, that I have a proposition for you. Have you ever heard the name of? Uh,
Darth
oh my
Plagueis of
god,
the
I'm looking
Wise.
for them here. Na- Nas
No,
Nasfelioid.
Nas Hollywood. Yeah. He
Mhm,
says,
Felio. Mhm,
"Can't say I have."
mhm. Just out of curiosity. Look, this is the thing. I'm looking for, and I give him the around the last location, and that I'm looking for a moving shadow port that was at some point around there.
No.
The place that I have managed to put down the place of the Assassin's Kid. I'm not telling him I'm looking for Assassin's Kid, and I say to him, "Look, the problem is we are short of money here. So what I don't want to do this for free or anything. So my crew and are willing to do jobs for you if they don't require killing in blood or anything like that to help you on whatever job you are or doing a job for you whatever you consider is equal to this. And in exchange for that information, when we finish, you give us the information, and that's the deal that I can come to you with."
You see him looking back at you quietly for a few moments, and then he says,
Mhm.
"I've heard some stories about a moving Sadoport. It's more of a
Mhm.
legend, but my position, I'm in a good standing with a lot of hats. Um, it's
This
more than just a story,
hmm,
and from what I
uh,
gather, it's under control by one of the most powerful hat clans."
hmm, that thinks about it. The coin and says, "How much dangerous would it be to try to contact one of the assassin's guilds that would be doing business there, having in mind that all the hat movement and control that will be around there.
Hmm. Generally speaking, it's not difficult to contact an assassin's guild if you know how to do that.
The thing is that I need to talk with higher ups or something like that to because I have here one a certain individual that requires to talk with them for personal purpose, personal reasons, and all that.
Hmm. That seems a bit dangerous, but you already know that.
I just want to know how much dangerous then I am already expecting it to be. Is
Does this have any connection with the Shadowport?
yes.
Let me tell you this then. I don't know the name of the Shadowport itself, and I don't, of course, know the location. If
Mhm.
someone learns either of these things, and they're not have been told by the hats themselves, they're marked for death.
Okay.
So,
You see Neo take breath and thinking there for a second while hearing what he's saying. hmm
so I could potentially make some inquiries, but it will take a very big job for you guys to make up for me.
Can you give me one day, not to say that I won't need your help, to decide if I will do that job or we ask you for something else in exchange for a job?
Well, I'm not particularly speaking about a job per se, but
Even if it isn't from you, if it is something that could help you, that you can, in your opinion, will be the equal to us paying you for the amount for what will be this information.
let's put it simply, he says.
Mhm,
If I risk my neck to find out
mhm,
more information about the Shadowport, which
mhm,
I have, um, come on, evaded
mhm.
up until now
Yeah.
because it wasn't anything that I was particularly interested in.
mhm,
I'm expecting the same thing from you.
Of course.
You'll be heavily in debt.
Yes, I know. That's why I want to a day to think about whatever we ask you for this or for something else in exchange
Very
for a
well.
job.
Plus, I
Mm,
might not find anything.
Yeah, I know that's a possibility.
I whispered. I whispered to Neo.
I'm waiting for the conversation to end before I talk with the crew regarding this.
Okay.
Okay.
hmm
Well, he doesn't have anything more to
hmm
say at this
No,
point.
I don't have anything more to it, so I say
Okay.
I will contact you tomorrow at around this time or maybe a bit earlier. Earlier,
Very well.
I cut the communications from my side.
Hmm.
After that,
Elena.
I turn around to Elena and say, "Call the crew. We need to discuss this with everyone, not just the two of us."
I know. Elena would say between them just for now as a little thing to bring up. Maybe it might be a safer idea to let my contact deal with the whole Shadowport thing. We've got the New Republic's more reliable in that case. It might be more useful to have our bounty hunter friend look into our missing scientist.
That's the other thing I was trying to decide what to do. We could have the Republic looking for the shadow port, asking me do a job for him in exchange for him to look in information regarding the scientist, in terms of what happened to him in the minus cluster, people that went around assassins and stuff like that, and us looking into the Blackstone situation with the information that you got that you're going to get. Mhm.
Okay.
But in any case, I think this should be talked with the crew.
I agree.
So we gather the crew. We tell them the situation regarding of the bounty hunter, all that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and what Elena and I came up with in the meantime before we managed to gather everyone. After share of that, I look at everyone and I say, okay, which one do you plan do you prefer?
Uh, uh, question. Is the Twi'lek there as well?
Yes, I'd say
Yeah,
so.
Mm,
obviously.
yeah.
I mean, the Twi'lek
We
was
are
with.
taking to the
I mean, the Twi'lek.
exactly,
The Twi'lek was with me when we called Captain Nos, so she has to be here.
Yeah,
exactly.
she's on the
She can,
ship, but
and
you know what I mean.
yeah, but we okay, okay. Look at it from this point. When I say crew, I mean the crew that's going to be with us for all this whole
Okay,
adventure.
okay.
That's what I mean usually when I say the crew. When I say the crew is
Okay.
everyone, not just the main party. It's everyone that's on the ship that's going to go with us. If not, I would say Cal, Ketch,
Even the
and
droid.
Even the droid.
the droid doesn't have a say on this, sadly. So no, he sadly at this point his free will is ignored.
Droids don't have souls, you monster.
See that? They do have a soul. Neo do appreciate them. But in
So,
this case, he doesn't have a say
Actually,
because it will be dangerous.
actually, they have a circuit.
yes.
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 Yes,
So,
Mhm.
it's why I say that sadly he won't have a choice on this because we need a medic.
mm-hmm.
The medic is going to go where we go. Sadly, we don't have a choice there. He sadly they're bound by us. Sadly the galaxy not consider the droid rights and make it something that you can buy.
So, when you finish informing the
Hmm.
everyone about what
Hmm.
what you said with the rust, Dasa says, I see, hiding under the protection of the hat. Pretty clever.
Risky for us. It's way sadly I'm thinking that the plan that Elena and I came up with it's probably the safest for us. We'll look into the information of the Black Suns. We ask him for a favor regarding the other stuff that we do, and we count on the Republic coming with information on Shadowports, trying to get to a way where we could communicate with them without getting into the bad side of the huts.
I know this might sound a little bit weird coming from me, but I
Mhm.
don't think that we should put a lot of hopes and eggs on the bounty hunter's basket at this point.
I agree.
Uh, agree,
I
sadly.
mean, you might think that he's trustworthy, but
I don't think he's trustworthy as I looking at her. I think that we are doing business and we have already proved that we can, when we put our word, we can do it right in terms of a job. So I'm counting on that past experience to have more weight for him.
mm,
I look at Neo as he mentions that going. What about our other contacts in the underworld? The smuggler we captured all those months
I
ago.
I I do want to contact with him, but sadly I don't think he will know a lot about the movements of assassins of the minus cluster of shadow ports of this kind of caliber. He will probably know something regarding shadow ports, but
He may
we
know
still
something
have to
about the
pay.
Black Sun activities though, and or
Yeah,
anything what the Huts might know about the Shadow Pots.
yeah, the I know that the he might also know the Black Sun, but we are already. probably going to be doing a job for the bounty hunter. Let's do one at a time. Let's not clutter ourselves with too much stuff. After this, if we don't receive any information on the Black Zones, we will contact him and make a deal. Hopefully, we have money, or we don't have to do another job.
Hmm.
Okay.
He looks at everyone and says, "So we agree. We do a job for a bounty hunter for to have him look for criminals that might be around, might have been around, assassins and all that, in a minus cluster at the time that the scientists die. Or do you prefer we do
Actually,
the most risky stuff?"
actually, if I
Looks
may
at
say
her.
so myself,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He looks at
maybe
her.
I could do something on about that.
Okay.
I could ask a few people myself and see what's going on the minus cluster and
At that time,
what exactly happened with this scientist and all that. Because to tell you the truth, this whole thing has got me a little bit interested.
if you're willing to help us, then yes, maybe I can turn this. I will just tell him that sadly we decided that no, doesn't seem like a good idea to right now do any kind of business with him to the bounty hunter. Probably maybe get him on his bad side, but wasn't never counting on them being on his bad side at some point.
Yeah, I don't think that we are going to get on his bad side. We haven't actually done anything to him.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, because I did promise that maybe we might make some kind of other deal.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah, because I did get my work of the next day. The next day I do contact him and tell him, that we came to another solution regarding all of this, and where if we came to a point where we do need to contact him again for job, or maybe seeing as this is related to the hats, to see if he can makes a connection with us for with the hats, we will talk to him.
Very well. Also, heads up,
Hmm.
I obviously trust Captain Nosk, but
Hmm.
I don't trust the New Republic.
I agree. I don't. To be honest, I don't trust on the Republic right now. I don't trust on the Republic, the Empire. Sadly, I don't trust on the Huts too.
I
So
pipe up saying
this is more of do what you can with what you have.
obviously I don't trust any Republic either, but I know which one I'd rather rule the galaxy if we had to choose.
To choose between what? Says.
The Huts, the Republic, or the Empire, of course.
Neo doesn't say
I would
anything.
choose the usual words.
He just thinks through to himself. Elena,
Spoilers,
please
man.
don't don't ruin this for us. He's thinking Neo. He's not saying anything. Please don't ruin this situation for us.
Funny thing is, he says that between these three regimes, only one has proven long-lived and actually successful.
The hat.
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, I'd
We
point
know.
out the huts have
I'm
also
just
been
keeping
stuck in a
quiet.
specific corner of space.
But they
Yeah,
are
but
stable, so
still.
you can't deny that.
They're
Anyway,
powerful but limited.
Hmm.
Neo says, anyway, let's push this business aside. Whatever, whoever's right regarding this, I don't think it matters for our business. Tries to, make
Neither
it
do
clear
I.
that he doesn't care,
Okay, then
Mm.
we'll wait and see what actually Nosk can find for us,
Mhm,
and we'll see from that.
mhm. Thanks again for your time, says Neo before cutting the conversation.
Thank you, crew.
After this, Neo communicates with the smuggler that we have contact.
Oh, the
Yes,
best of the best.
yes, with Gigiti. Yes.
There he goes in all his glory.
God.
Giant sized.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this ship has a
Right.
size limit on it. I'm gonna
Oh
have to
God.
kindly ask you to go to a cargo bay if you are gonna insist on being that size.
There.
In any case, we communicate. I communicate with him.
Okay.
Mhm.
He picks up the line and goes, "Ah, if it isn't my friend."
Hey, look, we this time we don't come with any kind of negative warning or of that. We comes with a proposition. I take it you're still in the business, obviously.
Well, yes, with a different name, of course,
Of
which I'm
course,
not going to share with you because,
of course,
I am
of
now
course, of course.
Captain
You
Giggity.
don't want to be in danger, and of course, you don't want to be in danger, and we don't want you to be in danger. Says Neo, obviously.
That's what I like with you guys. We understand each other.
Neo looks at him and says, "Look, we don't need right. We are looking right now for intel regarding the Black Suns,
Woof.
shadow ports.
Where do we start? Anything
L-
specific?
this is my idea. We regarding both with the regarding the Black Suns, we need just information of points where they congregate. We don't need exactly to antagonize with them. We need a way to either slowly or quickly try to talk with the leader for regarding past business.
A leader with the Black Suns?
Yes.
Yeah, where do we start?
Oh boy!
Yes, I know. It's big. That's why we're not doing this for free, obviously. Sadly, we're short of money, but this is it.
Well,
Free of charge, we are willing to do works for you in exchange for this information. You just, you make some business with someone and regarding something, we go and do our part for you. In exchange, you give us the information.
okay, okay, okay. Let me
Mhm.
ask you a few questions first.
Sure.
What is your name?
What is your favorite color?
What is the ass speed of an unladen swallow?
European solo?
I don't know.
For one stream,
In any
I'm not the
case,
one who made the joke.
um,
hmm
so, the thing that I value most is contacts.
of course.
Do you have any interesting contacts that you could
We have
bring
contact
to my attention?
lens.
That you could
Well,
share with me?
we do have connections with a Mandalorian that is not super high up, but it's in very high up. We do have a bounty hunter that is on close to the huts, but I don't know how close you want to be to
No,
that.
no bounty hunters.
And
That's my policy. No bounty hunters.
no problem. We do also know a captain of the New Republic, but we're
Interesting.
not sure. We are not sure of that last one how much. I'm not saying he won't be willing to take your services, but we're not sure of how much. Mm.
Hmm. I think the most promising one sounds to be the Mandalorian, just because
Mhm. Yeah.
They know how stuff
Mm.
works in the
Mhm.
underworld. Well, most of them.
It's a very close friend of us here, so and right now we are still close to him. So after this conversation, immediately, if you want, we can give him the method to communicate with you. So
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Very well. So, tell you what. You contact your guy. You
hmm
tell him that you have an excellent smuggler and friendly smuggler and intelligent smuggler,
of
and of
course,
course pretty handsome as well.
Oh
of course,
God.
And
they like trying to sell it.
mhm.
hmm
And yes, so that he and tell him that he would be very interested. This exceptional individual would be very interested in doing some business with his people. Off or on the record, I don't mind.
hmm
But
Of
I
course.
want some exclusivity, if you can catch my drift.
Oh,
To
you
the
don't want it to
negotiate.
be available on Steam, is what you're saying.
I
Well,
only work on the Epic
Excellencies,
Game Store.
the last one, I'm not sure I can guarantee it because I do know that they have other contacts. But I'm sure that if you talk with him, you can arrange some arrangement. He's a very reasonable guy.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. So,
Mhm,
contact him. I talk with
mhm,
him.
mhm.
We find, we figure things out, and then I call you and tell you what I know. And let me tell you, I know some stuff.
I know. He says to him, smiling. Until now, you have not failed us.
But of course, I never fail my friends,
Mm.
except from the times that I do. And when I fail my previous friends, I make new ones, better ones, like you guys. He
And
says
then you
with a
get bigger.
smile.
Neo says,
And then I get
"Yep." He says
supersized.
with a smile that it appears sincere, but deep inside is like, "Yeah, we know how this business
I
works."
like to imagine he grows a little bit every time he fails someone.
Yeah,
That's
and
how he
not
got so big.
and not in
yeah.
the fun way. My horns used to be bigger than this.
Uh,
I
Okay,
remember.
perfect.
mhm,
And yes, we can skip the conversation with Frelisk. I mean,
of course.
they can surely figure something out.
I figured
The
something
conversation,
out.
the conversation will be Neo goes says, "Look, friends, I need a favor. We're looking for a bit of information. There's this smuggler that wants to make some contacts with you in exchange for that information. I give you now the communications link to him. Can you contact him and then try to sort it out to see if he can be of use for you? Please be of use to you. Think to myself. No, I don't say it.
On the other side of the
I
hologram,
you should.
you see Bo-Katan giving a death stare from the background, and Frennis is face palming the entire time.
Oh God. I don't. I'm not there for the conversation with the smuggler, so I just
I
hope
know,
that everything goes well.
I know.
Yep. So after Frelisk and
I figured something
Ascot,
out.
yes, exactly, and then Ascot calls back and he says, "Splendid."
happy the happy this worked out.
Splendid!
I answer.
I've grown bigger.
Mhm.
There you go. You
I
got
grow
bigger
when I'm happy.
So
So
Got
I
tiny
know
bigger.
of I know of a guy that he's pretty high ranked within the Black Suns. I've done a few jobs for him in the past. Um, and let's say that he's the right hand of that territory or sector or whatever Black Sun does with the areas they control. Pretty much he's the right hand of the Vigo
Mhm.
that presides in this particular area, which means pretty high up, as you understand.
Of
No.
course.
His
Then it'll turn
name.
out he's actually left-handed.
God damn it, car.
his, his name is Tenugrat. He's an Atolan, and he's an absolute scum.
Yeah,
He won't think
kind of.
twice to betray you.
Mhm.
He won't think twice to make you food for his exotic animals that he's
Mhm.
keeping on some kind of huge aquarium.
Mhm.
He's a little bit eccentric like that. Um, but he has a sense of honor, I'd say. No, that's a pretty big word for him. He has a
Okay.
sense of, let's say, a code.
Mhm.
Oh wait,
If he
five five
smells
three five
good
four.
business, yes. If he smells good business, he won't do anything stupid. Well, you don't have a place, a rank like that if you're stupid. Um,
Deep inside, Elena and all the Jedi that were involved with the Empire think so. The different Empires high ups and says, "Yep, totally not stupid people get the higher up."
Why is Elena thinking that? She's passed out.
No, no, no. I said every people, a lot of people that Elena knew or related to Elena in some way think that.
Yep.
So he's located in Azilla, might not Mozilla, Firefox.
Mozilla Firefox exists in Star Wars. I didn't know. why have Neo not had been using it?
He switched to Chrome long ago.
Yes,
He
he's
made a
located.
mistake.
He's located on the system of Azilla. Won't be hard to find him. He likes luxury and all that stuff. And well, now what can I tell you to keep you somewhat safe? Mm,
Don't bring the Jedi girl.
be respectful.
Mhm.
Uh, be servile, I'd say, but not too much.
Mhm.
He doesn't like spineless people.
Mhm.
Uh, oh, and if you have any pretty girls, certainly bring them along. He's quite a ladies' man. He's only saving quality, to be honest.
Okay.
And that's about it. You
Mhm.
can ask him about stuff regarding the Black Suns.
Okay.
I
That's
can
my best bet.
I can literally see inside Neo's head right now. Okay, so don't bring Elena, bring the Twi'lek because she could be used as bait.
To be fair, Neo will be picking that not for the ladies man part, but more for the Elena has a bounty. This guy just cares, making money and all that. I don't want Elena on being hunted by the freaking Black Sun. Thank you very much.
hmm So either way, I think I'm fine with Elena staying behind if we go do that one.
Yeah. After he finished saying all of that, Neo looks at him and says, when we're done with this, we will probably call you regarding trying to another business.
Okay, so about the Shadowport, I don't know, I don't want to know, and I won't ever know. And if I ever know, I won't tell you.
Fair enough. Says Neo.
Yes,
Okay then.
because if I am one of the lucky ones to get a direct invite to one of the most notorious Shadowports, I want to keep this exclusive right of visiting it, and I also want to keep my head. So
Don't even
You don't
take
need
it.
that. That's superfluous.
Neo says, "Oh no, don't take it as we want to make any kind of trouble there or anything like that. In fact, if you ever know, we would like more to try to contact with people and talk about certain possible business we in a certain scale. We're not looking for trouble. We're not looking to make some kind of trouble that could probably get you looked after or anything like that in this case.
okay. Also, Max, for some reason, you're
Yeah.
sounding a little bit distant.
Yeah, you are.
I'm very close to the microphone. What the fuck?
Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, I'm saying it. No, it's Discord problem. The internet connection is on yellow. That's why
Okay.
Okay.
my internet, like always. Moving on.
Okay. Okay. So,
Mhm.
that's it for me. I hope you'll find this information useful.
Oh, we did find it very useful. We will contact with you if we ever require to make any kind of other business.
Yep. Oh, and don't mention that I'm still alive.
Of course, for us you are just a ghost that we happen to be able to communicate with.
Yes, exactly, a ghost.
An ever largening ghost.
Ooh.
Oh no, he disappeared. Just like a
Oh, you
ghost.
need to make him even bigger.
Plot twist.
Next time we see him, he'll be the same size as the freaking ship.
Plot
Yep.
twist. He didn't actually disappear. He became so big that he's out of view.
He became so
Uh,
large he ate the planet.
and he,
He became the cosmos that we are existing in.
He is now the galaxy.
uh,
We've got the galactic Deveronian to go around.
His battle with Wide Solo will be in legend.
He is now called the Deveronian.
Okay, so now you have someone to speak with regarding the Black Sun's activities and general information. And it seems that he most certainly would know a lot of things. Problem is, how are you going to contact him
Without him getting any bigger.
without him getting even bigger? Max time will be back in a bit. Okay, it seems we're having a small break.
I'm back. Did you decide something?
Okay, Cord will be back as well. in a bit.
So did something happen while I was on the bathroom, or
No. Okay, he's back now. We can start again.
Mhm. So anyway, we say bye to Giggity. We, he cuts the communication. Uh, I look back at the group and I say, when, well, to, and I say the name of the planet because I don't remember right now. I was holding the to go to turn. We get too much on that.
Okay.
Back to the man in a Pope hat map.
Yes. The planet is here.
In a second, where?
Here.
Okay. Uh, Neo say after looking at the map and says that let's take one of the safe roads there and try to stop at every planet we can to try to make a bit of money since we're short. Maybe some of us can use the time while others work on to gather to see if they can find any information else regarding something else. That's what Neo
Okay.
will propose. Proceed.
So,
He
yes,
means
you
his route, by the way, that we take to go there.
okay. So you talk with the group to see what exactly you're going
Yeah.
to do, and
I did say what I proposed. So what does the group say?
okay. So, let's
Yeah.
see. First, does anyone from has anything to say?
Oh, what?
What?
Yeah, I'm like, he's Kurt trying to say.
Cord, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
In character, I say that, not right now.
Why isn't she? This is immediately after we talk with the smuggler.
No, she passed out during the call with the smuggler, so
Why?
I've DM Riss about it. He can tell you if he wants.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, wait. If she's going to be unconscious middle of the conversation after he's done, the first thing he does is take Elena to the medic to see what's wrong with her. To the medic droid, because little sister suddenly faints. It's important. When Elena finally recovers consciousness after she is done with the war in Neo, then we go back to the plane of the route.
I don't mind you talking to Elena when she's starting to wake up in the med bay if you want to do it there.
No, first of all, he's going to make sure she's okay, and then he's going to gather basically everyone there to make a plan.
I'm not okay, but you've got a plan, so we need to hear it.
Okay.
Yes.
I say basically the plan, which is go through the path to here, and then doing jobs on the way. Maybe if someone wants, you know, gather information
regarding what we need, shadow boards and stuff like that, etc. He looks to see the opinion of everyone, if they agree or not, if they say something.
I mean, if it's the only move open to us, I guess we should, but I get the feeling I shouldn't go with you on that mission.
Oh, when we get here, I expect you to be on the ship. You engage. If this guy is a businessman and is willing to do deals with the Huts for with an alliance, then not. I don't think he's not about selling either you or Cage to the Empire for whatever rewards they have on both of you.
I'm not against staying on the ship for that. I mean, I don't feel so good anyway.
At that point,
Neo looks at the Twilight and says, "So it will be up to you, me, and Jawain. Luckily for us, we can just say he's a muscle and not have to worry about him."
hmm,
Trying to talk him
you
inside.
see her thinking a little bit and then says, "As far as I know, Wazil pretty strange place. What I mean by that, it's government is pretty much unique.
Which sense?
It is run by, well, it used to be run by very powerful criminals, but at some point they became tired of other criminals, if that makes sense, and they have their own fleet. They don't tolerate piracy and such things, so I find it a little bit strange that someone that high ranked from the Black Suns would be residing there. But at the same time,
Maybe they are part of the government. No.
yes. Other than that, if I understood correctly, I might have some slight edge trying to extract information from him.
Let's just say if I wasn't a Jedi and I could go with you, you and I have certain assets that he's particularly fond of.
It will probably help to expedite whatever deal we need to do.
Why exactly you can't come?
Because she has the bounty on her head. Since this is criminal, I am not betting on them not trying to cash on her the bounty on her.
Hmm. At that point, you see the Twi'lek looking at Elena pretty uh, extensively. And you can hear her saying, hmm.
Look at her right now and says, "My crew," he says this very threatening, "is like my family to me. You try anything against them, and I don't care how much help you can be for us. You are out of the ship and on your own."
Oh, no, no, I'm not looking at her thinking about turning her in, of course. I'm
Mhm.
thinking that uh, we could make her pretty much unrecognizable.
Mhm. So that calls Neo's attention and says, "You know a good way to do that?
Yes, we could use some paint to imitate some tribal um, markings and tattoos of whatever civilization we want, pretty much. We can use some extravagant clothes or unique hairstyles and colors.
Okay.
Yes, I don't think it's something that can't be done.
Okay. Do you have any particular place to gather all of this, or can we gather it on the way? Because if we can, while we do jokes, you can have you mm, look at what you need. When we are done, depending on how much we need, if we can either stay on that planet for a few days doing more jobs until we gather the money for that, or we buy it and keep moving.
Okay, yes, we can do that. Make a stop for general supplies in some other world. We pick up the things we need from there, and we're good to go. That is, of course, if you want to get involved in all that, because you might not want.
Neo looks at Elena since it is her choice.
I don't like the sound of this, but if it's the only way, I guess I can do it.
Oh, I don't know if it's the only way, but hmm. We also need the story.
Mm, right.
We can't just show up there and, expect that they will welcome us in and stuff.
Don't
We
expect
have
us
to
to
find.
work. I don't expect us to welcome us in, but we do have to try to come up with something to be able to get close to him so we can talk about to see if we can get in contact with the leader and try to get information regarding what we know.
Okay. Also, one more thing. I
But
don't
we need to
expect.
make a. Mhm.
I don't expect us to have weapons in there, so that's something to think about. Maybe we could do a decent enough job and camouflage a small data dagger or something like that, but other than that, blasters are out of the question.
Yeah. Even more reason to try to have Ellen to have you as you're looking at these guys and try to make a story for us and you to get there. If you cover it well, no one will see your lightsaber and probably not think about it of a weapon, so we could end up saving our assets. I don't think Wayne needs to hide anymore. He's a Jawa.
Adelina can
Now,
just
here's a question. Would Jawaine's cooking count as a weapon?
yes. If we bring
I
in,
think so.
if we bring in a nice bit of Joanne cuisine, that could be our little
Joanne
trump
cuisine.
card.
Joanne cuisine.
Also, she gives the tweet like a slight smile, going. Besides, I don't think they can compensate my magic powers either.
Actually, that's the main reason that I would prefer if one of you two would come with us.
One of them is coming surely. He says, looking at Wayne like on this you don't have a choice, buddy.
I give her a smile, going. The secret's out. That little guy's also magic, but that way you don't need me as much. He's almost as powerful as I am.
Neo looks at her and says, but two is better than one.
But
You seem
Elena also gives Neo a knowing look, going. But one guarantee, but one kind of and safety for the crew is better than two in complete anarchy and danger.
true.
Anarchy and danger. Yes. Look, if things go south, I don't think that
What's eating, damn it!
Damn it, Pika!
Oh no.
Going around the wall.
Cloud, roll a new character.
Oh no, don't worry, I have damage resistance. I'm ready even for that scenario.
Exactly. That's why it's better. That's probably why I'm considering it might be a better idea to leave her later on the ship to look after Ketch, and then Joanne could be the one to go with busting down the door with you two. He's got
Yeah.
more damage resistance than Elena does, even though Elena's got stronger attack powers.
Mhm.
So, I think that this will become more clear once we finally arrive on Azila.
Yes, let's just say we do have one plan that no matter what the outcome of our adventure.
Okay. All right then. We make a stop on some civilized world to take the supplies that we need. I'll think of a way to make you unrecognizable, says while looking at Elena.
Ah, joy. Master Voss always warned me of those famous makeovers.
And the rest of the crew is going to
Extreme makeover.
consciously thinking about a story for us to get there.
uh,
Because at this point, Neo doesn't hasn't come up yet with a story to you know appear there trying to make contact with them.
okay. So, um, let's make this short. If you're going um to Azila right now without doing anything else, I mean.
And this is the thing, we're going to not still up immediately the path on of all of these planets on the way.
Hmm.
Stop us on the one that has the chances to give us jobs that at least Neo can do. They can give a good amount of money,
Okay.
so we can either buy the supplies or have money extra.
Okay. Your best bet would be for you to stop at. Actually, you're not here. That. Uh, you're here. So your best bet would be to stop on Ord Cestus or Vinsoth to find some kind of job and take supplies.
Or Cestus, then it's closer to where we are.
Make
They are pretty close. They are on the opposite route. For example, if you want to go, oh yes, if you want,
Dude,
ah,
send us to the closest one. If it is this one,
This is what the Twi'lek's gonna do to Elena.
it's either this or this.
anyone has any particular like?
Time
We have
wise,
a
it will be probably
which
the
one will
same
be
thing.
fast?
It's not that.
Yeah, okay. Anyone has any one that prefers to go?
No, I'm fine taking us either direction.
Oh my god, why? Why,
Mm,
Miss?
no, catch the tiger by the toe.
Delete, delete. That was not my intention.
That was a dick move.
This one won because I did it of the on the most professional way possible. Eeny meeny.
Okay, so Vinsoth it
Uh,
is. Okay, so Neo, you can find pretty easily a job to do there.
I
Uh,
need you to cook these burgers for me.
exactly. Cats
At,
also can
in that,
find. Cats
in
can
that
also
case,
find a job pretty easily there.
I mean, it's pretty easy for a Jedi Master to find a job.
Exactly.
Dion hearing the flipping burger, he takes sketch, he put it in front of it. Here's this guy will be more than happy to work with you and goes to look for another job.
No, we need you here to be the waiter.
Oh, okay.
Someone needs to cook the fries.
Also, someone needs to interact with the customers.
Yes.
I don't think they want my 8 charisma doing that.
No, they want your.
You
They
sure?
require your.
Hey,
Your
ladies,
minus one
flash
charisma.
your ugly Ewok and get a free burger.
Exactly.
So, roll a gather information to see what you can find.
The crew.
Yes,
All of us.
not all of you, just the ones that are going to earn some
So
money.
definitely not me because they want to keep me under lock and key.
Yeah.
Yes, you are
Remind me,
still locked in the room.
I'm going with the crew, right?
Yes, you can go
That's
with the
your.
crew.
That's your.
But let's say that they won't be very inclined to take you,
Well,
particularly on a job, but you can be on the crew of someone else. For example, if Neo presents himself as a technician and you are some kind of helper, then okay. But
so,
if you show up saying, I'm here to.
I was asking how the party has decided to split,
Oh,
basically.
Well,
okay.
Elena's definitely staying on the ship because Neo doesn't give her a choice. Everyone else
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
So I'm
All
going with the crew. Remind me.
Actually, they.
it's your choice if you go
Mm.
with the rest of the crew or not. We're going for jobs to try to make a bit of money.
Actually, Desa will she needs some money as well, some credit, so she will be doing her thing as well.
I'm gonna get a
Okay.
job as a
Yeah.
cantina dancer.
Oh no!
God damn
Don't
it.
worry, it won't be killing people.
Mhm.
That's like all that Joanne's good for.
No, he's a good assistant.
You
He knows what
have you heard of the
to
Jawas that scrap
do things.
metal? I scrap bodies.
No, the one that has his past experience as a Jawa, so if I ask him for different tools, he can pass them to me while do my technician jobs.
Jawayne is literally the trash man from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I mean, he's Danny DeVito's size.
In any case,
Yes,
it's your choice. You go with one of
Jawa
the
DeVito.
class or you stay on the ship.
yes, they're pretty close in size as well. So
Yeah, Jawa DeVito.
he shows up, he's throwing trash around, collecting trash, eating trash, and destroying people on the ring.
Dwayne's having a fun day.
Yeah. In any case,
Okay.
yeah, like I said, it's your choice, Cloud. If you go
Yeah, I
to
mean, just wherever you guys think I will be needed. That is my
One more
choice.
thing will
right now,
be
you're not needed for
Okay, cool,
you.
perfect.
It's your choice.
I
one
can
more.
wait then.
Okay, one more thing. Will and how are you going to be together or everyone goes separate ways?
In this case, we are very short on money, so Neo will they'll gauge that he thinks that unless he sees that he feels like he will be danger, he's not fighting anything. They should do different jobs different, separate.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
That's what
Um,
he said.
Ketch will go have to go get that vital experience needed to become a chef at McSkywalker's.
if Blend wants to come with either of us to work, also that's her choice. If not, she can go by her own.
Yeah. She might stick around for a bit.
Hmm.
See how successful you will be in finding
Hmm.
something. But she will be mostly doing her own thing. Uh,
Okay.
She's just gonna be skipping around the shops, going, "Have you got stuff for makeovers?"
yes.
Elena's
The
just
the
Elena's just sat on the ship, going, "Oh boy, I'm gonna hate this, aren't I? Let's get makeovers."
yes.
Basically,
So
teaming Elena, who's not a very girly girl, with someone who's a very girly girl.
so gets you find a few people that need someone skilled uh, with driving um, a small freighter to make some deliveries around.
All
So
right.
you are. It's a little bit strange, but you are actually qualified to do.
Yep.
I found Joanne's pitch at the job centre.
Oh no, no, please stop it. Stop writing.
Thinking on the same wavelength, Pika.
Yeah. Yes, that's pretty much speaking.
Both are perfect.
um, and how many days are you going to spend?
As much as the Blend needs for the to get the supplies for Nas makeover. The more he thinks about it, the more Neo thinks that if we can, him, Elena, and Blend will call less attention than him, Blend, and Ejawa.
Okay, let's say then 4 5 days to
Okay,
to do anything without actually rushing all the time.
sure. Yeah, agree.
Okay, so Neo, you are able to find this a little bit better thing to do while you're there, better paying, let's say.
Yeah.
Um, there are a lot of uh, come on, industries around building stuff, making
Mechanical stuff that Neo will love to do for life,
yes.
basically.
Yes, and you find a pretty decent uh, guy there to help you around, and he says, "Okay, we need a few extra hands because we're certain
On
on
personal.
schedule, and yes, we could pretty much get all the help we can have all the help we can get."
And
Um,
then the Neo abilities with mechanics will begin to ask you to stay.
yes. Uh, so get you will earn in these 5 days
Should I
5,000
make a
credits.
piloting check?
Yep. You will get 5,000 credits for your duties there. 1,000 a day, pretty much. And Neo, you'll have. Let me. You will have 600 and. 6,200 credits
Right?
out of all that you will do there.
You might need to get a new character sheet for Elena for this gag.
Mm-hmm.
I've got.
Uh,
I'll send you the picture now that I found.
Give me a
no.
second.
Subtract from that whoever wants to do that. I mean,
Um,
approximately 800 credits for all the supplies and fuel and all that.
I
yeah.
can do that.
How much?
Uh, 800.
800. I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
It goes well because I want to buy one of those bracelet computers and all that. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking right now for the items.
Okay. And last thing, who's staying behind on the ship all the time?
Me.
And yeah,
Yes,
Wayne.
you, but you are inside. You know what? Roll a perception.
Roll
Okay.
for boredom.
Yes.
Well, I'm watching the whole of it, so
Yes, but
I have
still.
Jedi. I have Jedi Netflix. Do you want me to roll perception then?
Yes. Make a
Okay.
perception roll. You find the worst, um, the worst program in the Jedi Netflix.
Oh,
The trashiest, the
oh
trashiest series
God.
around.
No, no, no! I got a good roll. That means I got one of the best shows to watch on Netflix. She's watching The Crown.
So
Ooh.
as you're actually you roll pretty decent. So as you are inside your room
Watching The Crown.
watching stuff, yes.
Okay.
At some point you hear something dropping somewhere here. Something heavy dropping, not too much
Where?
here on the ramp, pretty much that
Okay.
leads inside the ship.
I carefully get up, hand on my lightsaber, but not drawing it yet, and move to investigate.
Okay. As you get out of your room and check to the corner, you can see Daisa that she has just came in. She's holding a bag and uh, she has dropped some stuff pretty much on the ground and she's picking it up. As you can see, there's some metallic parts.
I I
Mm,
relax my stance.
okay. She sees you with a corner of her eye that you know you went outside and says, "Ah, don't worry, I'm just careless." She picks up the things again and she's making a move to go back to her room and then stops and goes. So I found a shop that has some excellent stuff.
Okay.
She picks up the second bag that she has on her back and says, "We could perhaps look at some of them right now if you're not doing anything."
I wasn't doing anything important. I guess I can. I guess we can do that.
Splendid. she, she goes inside the. She starts presenting you dresses and extravagant head dresses as well. She shows some kind of strange painty things that you haven't seen before, and she says, "I found a nice shop that is owned by Pandoran, and they had a lot of stuff for their particular sense of fashion."
Oh, interesting.
So, um, I'm leaving these things here to make up your mind which one you would prefer. And do you think a bluish tone would be better for you?
Uh, I wouldn't know. I've never been into this sort of thing. I've never done this sort of thing before.
She looks at your robes and goes, yes, bluish and yellow, I think. You seem to like these colors.
I look at my hair. I don't have the choice about the yellow.
I'm not talking about the hair. The hair, we could do anything we want. Any particular color you would like your hair to be dyed?
Hmm. I've always liked the look of red-haired people. I guess.
I approve of your option. I'm red as well. So, yes.
I've already sent a
So I like the red of my enemies.
I've already sent a
Yeah,
picture in the
like
Discord
like
about.
if
I've already sent a potential image in the Discord of what Elena could turn out looking like when the party gets back.
by the way, like if for us, you're going to stay on the ship if everything goes well to call less attention to us.
Okay. And then she picks up the extravagant hairdresses and starts putting them, not actually putting them, but uh, just holding them above your head to see which one would go better. Says,
Mhm.
I think this one or maybe this one. It's a bit. No, no, I don't like this one. She throws one side. She takes the other two. This and as she's doing this, she says, "So I couldn't help but notice that, well, you're close with the entire crew, of course, but you're especially close with Neo."
I'm
Uh,
going to steal it from you.
Trickery, praise God,
it's
Nagamo.
it's nothing like you think. I assure you. He's more like an older brother to me nowadays.
Nowadays,
Yeah,
Oh
we.
no.
Damn it! You're supposed to get that out of here.
nowadays, you say, what's that supposed to mean?
Cord is walking into the trap right now.
Yeah.
Either that or Miss is deliberately making sure that we do have a ship to a cannon ship.
I'm
Don't we
trying to
have
make it. I'm trying
don't
to clear things out.
don't we already have a
You
turtle ship?
sure? You sure?
No, he's distancing the people from Elena and Neo ship by causing another ship to form with Tesa.
Oh no.
Of course.
So you're not thinking about fucking him. Then I can fuck him.
In any case, can we
We are
get back
playing
to the
Star Wars, right? The thing with the lightsabers,
Yes.
right? Okay.
supposedly? Supposedly.
Supposedly, yes.
Yeah, well, because for a second I thought we were playing Sex in the City.
Right now we are.
No, we're playing Doki Doki Star Wars hentai.
Oh God,
You
I
can't
need to
imagine.
when we are free to get
You
quiet and say
can't
supposedly so much.
imagine.
I need to look up to see if there's a clip of what I'm saying right now, so you can all hear it.
I'm trying
So
to
don't have
go
to edit.
somewhere with this. Just be patient.
Okay,
I'm
I
trying to
know
go
you're
somewhere
trying
with
to
it.
go somewhere with this. We have an opinion about it.
Oh, for crying out loud,
Okay.
give me a minute.
Cord. Cord.
While we wait for him to come, I'm going to look and see if I
I'm
can
back.
find the clip.
Okay.
Sorry, my mum's trying to. My mum's can constantly calling me all sorts and trying to get me to come down for dinner.
Okay, so
The only thing to do in this situation is accept, give up, accept, and do it.
I've already
no, no.
accepted. I said, oh, I accept, but you need to give me an hour.
So,
Time doesn't exist for mothers.
oh yes. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, what are you going to answer? If you're going to answer.
about the Neo thing. Uh, I guess I've been around this crew long enough to get close to them. I guess.
Yeah, from what I gather, you lot have been through a lot of stuff.
More than we'd like.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the Jedi were not supposed to be close with people, or am I, or I got that wrong?
Technically, technically attachments apparently do lead to the dark side, as from what the old teachings were. But let's just say the Jedi that taught me are not the most conventional Jedi.
It's the new fashion. Deal with it.
I see. We used to have an old Syrian with Captain Nosk's crew. He was some kind of scholar, and he made it his personal quest to educate everyone about Jedi Order's culture, and he wouldn't shut up about it.
Ah,
So, yes, I actually picked up a few things that made me even more curious than before.
I give her a little knowing smile. Try putting up that with that ever since you're 4 years old.
I can imagine. 4 years old. Oh, yeah. You were isolated somewhere with someone trying to teach you, I guess.
Yes,
When I was 4 years old, everything was fine. But that didn't last, unfortunately. But then again, uh, nothing lasts, unfortunately.
it never does.
Anyway, enough moping around. I think that these ones will do you justice. And he shows a collection of accessories and clothes and stuff.
I roll my eyes, going, "If that's what you think works, then do it."
Well, look on the bright side. You will be wearing something different from these robes of yours. They're not bad, but you know.
It's nice to change
Anyway,
every once in a while.
okay. Anyway, I'll be doing my stuff.
Okay,
See you around,
see you. I
and
go
then
back.
she exits.
I go back to watching The Crown.
And for
So,
Which
for
in this universe is a documentary about the history of the electoral monarchy on Naboo.
Exactly.
and, and
My
how to
favorite character is that Padme girl.
and suddenly you hear a lot of screams about ships happening all at once.
Yeah.
and also about Sam being about hating Sad.
Well, it is coarse, rough, and
What?
irritating.
What? She's looking about
Mm.
the story regarding partners. Suddenly, at some point, that has to come up.
Exactly.
Uh, so, um, okay, 5 days.
Mhm.
The 5 days pass. You have everything you need,
The last
and
day
you
when
just
they come back, they seen Neo having in his forum a nice racer computer.
nice.
Nice.
Hmm.
Elena's still in her room, but probably this time she's being kept in there
Be,
by the Twi'lek.
before we exit the planet, Neo obviously calls everyone and says, "Okay, has anyone here come up with any idea of what we can say to try to get in a deal and stuff like that? Come up with a story."
I have a few ideas.
Go on, sure, because I will be honest, I have not been able to think about anything that will be useful.
We could show up and claim that we are some kind of envoy of some other group, but we will need credentials, and if no one here is able to make um, believable
Okay.
forgeries, I'd say we don't do that at all.
Yeah, no, we can't. I don't think anyone here can do that.
The second approach is that we just go there, we speak with his people, and say we have very important information about his rival's movements. We could throw a few names if that's called for.
Mhm.
It will be good enough to draw his attention and maybe speak with him, but
The thing
if
about that is, mhm,
I don't think this will end peacefully.
mhm.
Let's say that the final part of this plan is that we will be somewhere a little bit more private with
Running
him.
away
So
from this sector for a while.
yes, and we'll have to be quick about taking care of him and quick getting out and leaving the system. And the third approach, well, the third approach is maybe it's it might have the best results and is the most risky one at the same time.
Mhm. Yes.
And she looks at Elena and says,
Mhm.
"Your participation will be imperative, I think."
Context. So you think about this.
Well, context. We might be able to get his guard low enough so that we can have some private time with him. Not the way he thinks, though.
Uh, I get what you mean. Wouldn't that also still end up with us having the Black Sun over us?
Hmm. Are you able of influencing his mind in any way?
I nod.
Are you able to make him forget things that we don't want him to remember?
I can try if it comes to it.
No. Worst case scenario, we just strangle him then.
I give a little smile. Go. I think our Jawa might be better in that case scenario.
Who what? Who wants
Who's
struggling?
strangling?
Who needs struggling?
Neo,
So, this,
Neo says, "Do you have any kind of real identification Issues they could try to use to as a base to try to see if I could make some forgery. I'm not sure I will be able to make it well, but I could try.
Well, we could try and take some forms, I guess, and try and it can be done. Well, finding the forms, I mean. Other than that,
Yeah.
how good the forgeries will be is another matter. And as I
Anyone
said,
else?
if
Mhm.
none of you is actually, you know, proficient with that, I'd say we don't go that route.
Yeah.
We might
Anyone
get
else?
discovered long before we actually speak with the guy we have to speak.
Nia looks at the rest of the crew. Anyone else has any other plan? Okay then. Uh, so then our best option is seduce him, lead him to where we want, and hope we get everything and we are able to get away from this with no problem. Okay.
Well, these are the best options.
Oh no, I know, but sadly we don't have anyone that has mastery in forgery. The second one is a no, no, because we will be in trouble one way or another. And the third one, we have to hope everything goes well. So there's that.
Mm,
We could always go with the plan
yeah.
that we already came up with before we came here. Just leave, catch an eye on the ship, and you two take your way and see what happens.
That's
So there,
that's the
the problem
problem.
is,
If
yeah,
we want to speak with him, we must find a way to do it.
exactly. And if we don't have a forgery, we can't make Jawain and me and Blend here enter without problem. If we begin to make up stuff, we're going to be into problems. The plan that has
That's
the
not
less
good
risk
here.
is the one that involves you. Says Neo pointed at Elena and her.
Senti, ballate.
With me being some kind
C'è
of
sta
backup or
fine.
something,
Remember
but even
though,
then I wouldn't be enough.
it's not. Remember though, it wasn't just women he was particularly fond of. Didn't your contact say that he had a particular fondness for luxury goods?
Yeah, what luxury goods do you see here? I say, pointing around at the ship. Do you have any idea how much we will have to work before even getting there to try to get some kind of luxury show thing to try to call his attention?
Um, he Elena hates the thought, but she looks at Joanne.
Hmm.
Wouldn't you think the guy would get a particular kick in having his own personal jar?
Neo looks at Elena with the kite wide open, like saying, "Are you kidding me? You're going to sell out one of our members? At least what we could for now, we have not been selling any of our members for information. The most that we did was mislead the enemy for this, not sell one of us."
This
Elena,
does
Elena
that.
looks at him, going, "I don't like the idea either, but what if we use Joanne as a little bit of bait to lure him to thinking to what he into giving us what we want, and then we just let Joanne take care of him behind the closed doors? We still have to make a clean getaway."
How's that different from plan two? She says.
It's not. He just told me if I've got any other plans, and that's the worst plan I can come up with.
Yeah. Let's
With
say
that
that
I meant,
I,
with that I meant a plan that is not that has less possibilities of risk than the ones that Chick Blake came with.
plus
I
let's
did
say that
convince something
I'm
is similar.
yes, and then says plus I'm not sure that a Jaguar is supposed to be a luxury thing.
Elena just, Elena looks at Nyogo and just says to him at that point, "You're not the only one who's allowed to have bad ideas."
Good point. Wait, Neo comes up with an idea. Looking at her, a battle droid will be some kind of luxury for this kind of guy.
I would say so, yes.
Catch.
Hmm.
He says looking at him.
Oh no.
Remember the little side project that we wanted to do? How will we put it to good use? The one on our, the one we have behind there. I see he says point out where the giant droid we have there on the ship.
You mean our war droid?
Yes, we use it as a trap. We go there, we repair it, we take a big good pictures of it. We make it talk, saying like we're offering to sell it to him in exchange, for information and all that. And when the time comes, well, if he does pay up what we want, we can trick him into giving the information first, and we still keep the droid, or we can, if we want, be honorable man and give it to him. We can
I
decide
don't
there.
like the tricking option because that's gonna build us a bad reputation, and I don't like the second option because I don't want to give up my war droid.
I don't either, but it's probably the safest option that we have.
It's either that or
It doesn't involve.
making me whore myself in front of a crime lord, and I'm not in particular fond of that plan.
Well, you may get a kill that way.
We've got an even bigger chance of a kill with the war droid.
Just throw the Jawa.
The Jawa will be with us when we make the deal. They looking at Jawa.
Hmm. I don't know whether he would show up himself to get the droid, though. It
with
seems like
we
something his goons would be
can
doing.
we can try to negotiate with him to say that we will only be negotiate with him, seeing as we want to have absolute certainty that he is the one getting it. Try to put some kind of condition there.
Besides, wouldn't he want to inspect it himself to see if it's in good nick?
I don't know. That's the point. Might work. Who knows?
It saves us our dignity in the meantime, so it's a plan I can get behind.
If it doesn't work, we can go to Plan B, which will be the one where you two ladies do your magic.
Okay, then. Let's try and see what happens.
Okay, how much do we need to repair this border in a condition that will be
Oh,
serviceable?
let me check it real quick because I don't remember.
Hmm.
Not here. There we go. 5,210 credits.
Okay, okay, I here have 7,000, so I will take it from Marcus, so it will be. mm,
This is the droid we end up selling him.
So it will be. Give me a second, but that I do the math correctly. 70,076 to 5,200. 200 and something else, or
210
200.
credits. Yeah,
Mm,
it's 10 credits.
okay. Okay, I will do it. I pay for all the money and I begin the repair. I take my time with it because it has to have in a good condition for him to, you know, buy it and all that.
Okay, nice. So,
Mm.
Now that you do have a plan,
Hmm.
uh,
And I'm working on repairing the droid.
yes, take your leave.
And you say that it wouldn't come in handy. We wanted to keep it.
Yeah, when it came to the choice of whoring out his sister or build or repairing the droid to potentially sell, that's an easy choice. That's an easy choice for Neo.
But my droid.
And
It's
But
a
because
tough choice for Catch.
yeah,
think it
Ketch,
think it this way.
No, Neo looks like I get put his hand on his shoulder and says, "I get you, buddy. I get you. I also want to keep it, but we need to keep moving forward before things go even more horrible here in where we live. Sacrifice must be made." Like he says this with all a doom face, and Elena is like, "You didn't have even half of that doom face when you were going about to hurry me."
The doom face. So you actually go there to
Mhm.
Azila. You make the repairs that are needed. You can take
Yeah,
10
yeah. I take
uh,
10 because I
each
want to
day
make.
until you
Yeah,
get there. Actually, it won't take you long to go there. It will be 1 day. So
mhm.
it's not much, but you can wait until the droid is
Let's do
ready.
something. Let's do something. I'm going to roll a mechanics roll. If it is, excellent to fix it very quickly, good. If not, I take 10 every day that's necessary to finish the repairs.
Okay. All right.
Oh, 43.
can he
Tell me,
fix it? Yes, he can.
can I fix it? Can I fix it in 1 day or not?
In 1 day, no, but you're getting close.
Okay, so can I fix it in 2 days with that?
Yeah.
With that and then okay, I'll do that.
Nice. Now that the droid is fully operational,
I take some pictures and of the droid to see that everything is in good shape, making
take
sure
some.
that the patches are not seen that we made. I keep the photos on the computer. I
He
make
uploads
sure
it onto
to clean.
MySpace.
I we need to clear the memory because if I remember right, we got this droid while fighting then, so we need to clear the
Yeah,
memory
yeah.
there isn't anything regarding that. So
Deleting the
that
droid's memory is
yeah, so I'm
probably a
going
good thing.
on that. I'm going to take whatever it is that I need necessary to. I'm not even going to roll because I don't have that much confidence until
Okay.
I clean the memory completely so that the only thing that is there is just the UI and everything. So I
Mm,
take I don't know how much I have to take per day, but I have 11, so
yeah, I
I need some.
think you're good without making them.
Okay.
I think you're good with just you have plus 18, if I remember correctly.
In mechanics, yes,
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you can take 10 to be
I
safe.
take 10 there. Yeah, I take 10 there to clean the memory also.
And if you want to
Maybe some.
be extra sure that you have actually left no trace, you can also roll a force point
Why do I need to roll a force point?
to take your roll to 30. You're
Mm,
20, you're at 28, and you need a 2
no, I
to
get
be
20
on
because
30.
I am. Give me a second. I'm checking
Just to
right.
be
I,
extra sure,
yeah,
extra certain that, you know.
I'm in a team, so in mechanics, by taking a 10. So at most it will be a 20. Yeah, 24.
Just take 10.
Yeah, if I take 10.
If you take 10, it will be a 28, I think, because it's
Oh,
plus 18.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I do one force point there.
Okay,
So we have
success.
Okay.
another 33.
Grand
Uh,
success.
okay. Does it take me a whole day or uh,
Wiping the memory, no.
Takes you
okay?
5 minutes. Double
No,
s-
just
no,
making sure to see how many force points I'm going to put myself for when we go to talk with him.
It's one force point per minute.
No, it's one force
No,
point
no, no.
per. It's two
It's
force points per day. That's
I
yeah,
know,
why.
yeah.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you can wait a day until I mean, it's not that someone is actually chasing you right
What?
now. So yes.
Yeah. We take one day there, just make sure to gauge all of that, having my extra force point and all that,
Okay,
and
okay.
then we go.
Good. So you arrive on Azil.
I do say we go that I'm not forcing in this case, but I would prefer if Elena also comes with us because the more I candy, the more he could be easily to persuade.
Hmm.
Not hope you just maybe you can talk or something, and maybe that will make him more willing, etc.
Let's just say at the end of it, Elena's not going to be in the best of moods with Neo at the moment.
I'm not expecting it. I'm not saying this because
I
I
know,
want it.
I
Saying
know,
because more.
I know. Just Elena really hates this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So as you
It's
arrive,
apology for exiting and all that.
okay. So as you arrive on the planet, you has any of you been on Coruscant before?
No.
I
No,
don't
Neo has
think.
No.
been.
Okay, yeah. So you see a planet that seems to be a huge mass of metal. Everywhere, everywhere you see, there is buildings. Uh, you haven't seen anything like that before.
Joanne
It
just looks
seems that.
outside. This is my
Hmm.
junk
While
planet.
while while we're going down, Neo looks at Cage and says, "You will be with Jawain alone. Please, please make sure he doesn't make troubles here. We don't need him scrapping stuff right now.
I will scrap this planet
We
down to its core.
we need
Mwah.
him. We need him being hidden. We as a trump card that everyone by the point if we ever come to a deal will underestimate, and then he will just boom put them on their place. We don't need him as taking him as a full Jawa that it's going to be that should be imprisoned because he's going against the rules.
Okay.
He's saying this to catch, basically pleading him the moment he sees the planet.
So, as you arrive there, you see two starfighters approaching you, and
Hmm.
they make contact and start asking security questions, pretty much, serial numbers and all that stuff.
What
How
is
many
your
stop
name?
signs? How
Yes.
many of the 9 squares have stop signs in them?
We give him the information that he asked.
Okay. After you give them the information, they say follow us, and they lead you to one of to a pretty big landing bay.
Hmm.
You can see a lot other ships there, uh, waiting to take off at
When
some point.
when
Um,
when I see that Elena is ready with her disguise and Belen is with me, I wait for them to be there. Then I look at Cage pleadingly, look at Jawain, ask him, please don't go outside. And then I exit with the two girls.
And then I just talks under her breath, going, "Why the fuck did I agree to this?"
Please, please, I'm
Well,
sorry. Please play along. Says Neo.
What did Nia say? I didn't hear that.
He says, please, please, just take it for a bit longer and play along. Please.
so, as for Daisa, you see that she's wearing some kind of cloak uh,
Mm-hmm.
on her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's it pretty much.
Okay.
She exited her room like that.
Oh, she's
When
doing the big reveal.
Yeah.
pretty much yes. If things go south.
Yeah. I Nia also catches that. So
She,
in a way, Elena can relax say she's not the secret weapon in that
Elena's
sense.
still gonna be on edge and looking very,
Yeah, no, no, no.
very.
Yeah, we know, but still.
she also once she's out, she also says, "Okay, so you gave me this blaster pistol. Now it's time to give it back because, as I said, we might. I don't think we'll be allowed weapons inside."
Yeah. Nia says I already left mine on my room, so you should probably keep it on your room for now.
I tap my side. I've concealed my
Mhm.
lightsaber as deeply as I can. I don't think they'll detect it.
Hmm. Let's hope they won't. And if they do, we might find a good excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Neo, can you make a last minute tweaking?
Yeah. What do you need?
Put some kind of flashlight or something like that at the back end
Oh,
of
make it.
the lightsaber.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a second. I go around look for a bit of spare parts and stuff like that. Like we have. Do I need to roll any kind of mechanics to do that?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it won't be something difficult. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
It's an eight. That. So yeah.
yeah.
So Nia
Uh,
works there. Does it with something that could make it look like a flashlight on the side that they put it on the side that the blade doesn't come out.
mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. So you give the the lightsaber back,
Hmm. Hmm.
and
Yeah,
okay.
I tell her in case you need to take it, it's very simple. You just flick your finger there and the thing comes out and you can handle it like you're used to.
I nod. I bet I can
Hmm.
see it as deep into her clothing as I can.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's see this Stenograd guy and be done with it.
Yeah. So we exit the ship.
Yes. You
Does
exit the ship.
anyone come to? Mhm. Okay, sorry.
You exit the ship. You enter the city, and after asking a bit around, it doesn't take
Mhm.
long for you to be directed uh, to a specific um, how to call it, mansion. Let's call it mansion.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's actually not. It will take you some time to go there because it's not
Mhm.
near the place that you were actually, that you have actually landed. But that's
Mhm.
nothing to worry about. I mean, you just, you know, go there and that's it.
Mhm. Okay.
Uh, So,
Specific mansion, you say?
yes. So,
So we can
you
go there.
you approach the building. You can see outside a lot of people moving around. They are
Mhm.
speaking. They're, just people being people all around the
Is there?
place.
Can we spot any kind of security guard or something like that that
Yes, you
will
can
seem like part
spot
of the?
security guards around the place, and they're not making any. They're not making their presence
Mhm.
a secret.
No,
They
I
are
get.
obviously there for.
They are private security for the mansion, from what I've seen, or public.
As far as you can tell from the mansion.
Okay. I point to the girls to one of them, and I begin to close there. I don't know if they will come with me, but I would like to just in case I get close to one.
Yep.
And I say, "Good morning, sir. Is there any chance that we could speak with what was the name of the guy? His sort of character that I'm asking
Ah,
because I remember that.
Tenugrat.
Tenograt. Okay. Is there any chance that we could speak with Sir Tenograt about a possible investment?" He says. "We happen to have a very interesting custom-made droid model that will probably be of his interest for the kind of business that he does."
Uh, One of them looks at you. He makes a gesture for you to wait, and then he picks up a comlink and starts talking. Uh, After a bit, he says, "Okay, you may enter." You'll see a guy named
Mm-hmm.
Feller. You'll talk with him about the droid, and if he actually gives you clearance, it's all good.
Thank you. He moves to follow to where the guard points him up to speak with the guy.
Yep. He actually points you to the direction you should go.
That's why I said I go in that direction
Hmm.
to where he points me out. Mhm.
And you enter the building, start moving around, and yes, pretty much after a small venture, um,
Mhm.
you end up outside some kind of office. You can see there are two more guards,
Mhm.
and you can see on the door a sign that says Dr. Feller's office.
Close to the guards, and I said, We have been informed to come here to discuss a possible dealing."
Very well, he says. They
Uh,
check you. They
sure.
check all three of you, and then one takes out some kind of machine, starts scanning you, and says, "Free to go."
Okay. They enter, then.
Okay. So you enter inside the office. It's
Mhm.
pretty big for an office,
Mhm.
and uh, it, it resembles more of a luxurious suit
Mhm.
rather than an office. The guy might be living there.
Okay.
So you enter and uh, you see a big office and you hear a voice. "I'll be there just a minute." And
Uh,
then,
Neo then takes the if he sees a seat in front of the some kind of desk. He sits there. If not, he waits around standing.
Okay. And after a few minutes, you see a serpentine alien arriving in the room. He has no legs at all, only a long tail. He
Mm-hmm.
does have arms though, and his head seems a bit funny.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he has a prolonged, some kind of prolonged fin on his head that goes back to his neck, and his gaunt face has some all black eyes that shows a spark of intelligence. He approaches
Mm-hmm.
the office and says, "Okay, so what to do? What can I do for you?"
We come here to offer Mr. Again, here's the name. It didn't stuck in my head.
Yes, yes, Tenograt.
Denograd. We come here to offer Sir Denograd a very peculiar droid that we happen to come across and fix custom made practically since we all the repairs that we had to make.
Ah, I see. Do you have a data file with its
Yeah,
particular?
he sent the information from the computer, the register
Okay.
sends the information to whatever terminal he tells him.
Yep. He starts checking the data you give him, and
Hmm.
after several minutes, actually, which starts
Hmm.
it it makes
Yeah.
you impatient and a little bit worried. He
Hmm.
says, "Hmm, yes, seems like a good droid.
Hmm.
Uh, although that's strictly military. Not that I disapprove, but I have to ask, how did this end up on your hands?"
We happened to come, my comrades and I happened to come across what appeared to be a battlefield between two factions. We don't know which, and we found him. We found it scrapped there. We saw that it could be a good opportunity, and we for us and them the business appear in front of us that require us to come in contact with Mr. Damn it, I keep forgetting the name. The name of the employer of this guy. Nia says, not literally the name
Denograst.
of the. Sorry,
Denograst.
tenor,
Tenograt.
Tenoret, and we basically want to make a deal with him in exchange of for this droid.
Denograst.
Okay, sounds reasonable enough. Mm, I'm not very sure if Mr. Grat would be interested, though. I think we'll have to ask him.
No problem. Take your time.
Very well. So, you see
Also,
him.
before she goes, she also note that two of my companions that were with me on the ship were very interested in meeting him. You can see them outside of the door, particularly cute girls, if I may say.
He takes a look outside. He
Mm.
sees the two ladies, and he just shakes his head with some kind of boredom, or
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Okay, yeah." Uh, so he picks up a comlink, starts
Mm-hmm.
speaking in a language you do not actually
Mm-hmm.
understand, because I don't think that any of you speaks Notolan.
No.
No.
And after a small conversation, he hangs up and says, "Okay, lucky you, Mr. Grat is available, and he would like to meet you all. So,
Very well. Neo stands up and says, "Do we wait around here, or does the car take us to where we have to go next?"
Oh, not here, not here. I can't be bothered with this. I have too much to do. Just ask one of the guards outside to take you there.
Well, thank you for your time. He says Neo before he turns around and exits.
Yes, Tenor Pratt. I'm going to kill him.
He is a tenor prat. He sings in a tenor. He acts like a prat.
uh, Neo asks one of the guards if if they can guide him to say Mr. Tenerat.
Okay, so the guard picks you up and he leads you down a few stairs, then in a very long corridor, then in some kind of garden that's
Mm-hmm.
extremely
Private.
um, luxurious, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And
Extravagant
then
then.
they enter again through a door,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see some kind of let's call it pub.
Mm-hmm.
Neo immediately stands on the table.
Yes. So you can see a lot of people inside there. Most of them are wearing good clothes, and there's a particular table that the guard leads you towards to. Um, that
We
you
follow.
can see an Otolan with a bluish, dark uh, tone, talking with a small company of other aliens. One is immune, not immune, but immune.
But he's
Uh,
also immune.
He is from a galaxy far, far away, after all.
yeah, Erodian and two, oh come on, how are they called? Celeste, if I remember correctly.
Celestins.
Yes,
Are we in
Mm-hmm.
a booth?
no.
Well, that's two reasons why the Brodian won't get shot first.
Okay.
So you approach the table. He sees you coming along, and once you're in hearing distance, he says, "Pick up a seat, make yourselves at home,
Neo
and we
first,
can do business."
Neo first looks for a seat to for Elena and land.
Okay, he sees that you're looking for extra
Mm-hmm.
seats, and he says, "Ah, don't worry, I've got this covered." And then you see him waving, and two of his people that are as discreetly placed behind the table are taking two extra seats and putting them on the table.
Okay. Then we sit all of us after that and look at him directly. I hope that you enjoy the company that wanted to come to meet you. I say first, looking at him.
You see him smiling and says, "Well, yes, it seems that you know a few things about me."
Mhm. Yeah. So I take it you prefer to get rid of the business before getting to pleasure.
Ah, that's the best thing.
Very well.
Generally speaking, you need a clear head when doing business.
Mhm. So I take it that you have already seen what I came into with my hand with to speak with you.
Yes, Dr. Feller informed me that you have let's call it an interesting proposal. Maybe we'll see.
Basically, we would like to get the chance to speak with what was the name of the guy on the head of the Black Suns?
At that point, you can see his one
I'm
of
not
his
saying
eyes.
literally. I say basically the name of the character that we are looking for in the Black Suns. I'm not literally say the leader.
Yeah,
That was asking you, Mir. Yeah, go on.
I mean that's him. If you're,
Oh,
um,
yeah. hmm No, I know, but I wouldn't say the leader. I would say the name. Trying to play it, a bit of not knowing.
okay.
hmm Anyway, so his reaction.
Mm, other than his eye, one of his
hmm
eyes going a little bit wider, nothing more.
hmm We required to speak with him. We are searching for some information we came across. He was knowledgeable in. We just want that, nothing more. We don't want to interfere or anything like that. We think that the battle droid is more than enough to be of useful to the Black Sun's cause.
So, if I understand this correctly, you came here offering me a droid
hmm
and two lovely ladies in exchange for information.
Not some. The ladies more wanted to get to meet such a powerful person as you. Whatever the thing else comes after that, it's more up to the chance. The droid is the main thing on the table.
I see. Okay.
It doesn't have to be say a personal chat or anything like that. We just need to chat. Say we guy ask for certain information out of him if he's willing to share it. Then we part our own ways.
I want to see Cloud is Cloud is freaking out. I want to see the droid first.
Of course. Where would you like to see it? We have it right now here in the city, but if you prefer to see it in a particular place, get to see it in action, say that we can make the arrangement.
Yeah, generally I don't like traveling much, so here would be the best.
hmm would you like to us to see a way to bring it here, or would you be willing to come to our ship? It isn't the big or fancy big, but it's what we have to move around.
No needs to worry about it. I will just send some of my men and retrieve it and bring it here. We make a few tests. If everything runs smoothly, um,
You would blame us to want to be there with the droid and see how the test goes, just to be sure that you know everything is okay and the deal is done and you receive all the information well, and then
well, if everyone in this table, I don't mean these guys and those his previous company, will be
mm,
present as well, then yeah, I don't have any problem.
sure, we don't have any problem with having as much people as you feel comfortable with. We just have to be there when these tests are being run through.
Okay, but first
hmm
I want you to tell me what information you're looking
Uh, okay, give me a second of character that I think exactly. Uh, Yeah, and Neo goes and tells him exactly what we want to know about.
for. So you're telling him what exactly? That
Uh,
You want to know what the current lead. I mean, there are a lot of stuff. You want to ask who the current leader of the organization is?
Sorry, what? You cut out.
Oh, I. Okay. You want to ask him what exactly? Who the current leader of the organization is? Uh,
No, we want to ask him about the project that the Vigo funded regarding, the IDMR and all that.
okay. Okay. So you're saying
And
if
mhm,
the information you want is
in
if
his
he knows
involvement
anything.
and what he knows regarding that project. Just that we don't want
Okay.
him to tell us, what was of that project or anything like that. Just, more details regarding the project.
He hears that, and you see him leaning towards the table, putting his hands together and tapping them,
Mhm.
and goes, uh, "Okay, I think we can speak later, guys." And you see the others leaving the table.
Mhm. Okay. If he doesn't tell us to go, we are still there. If he tells us to go,
Hmm.
we just move and wait for him to call us.
Once everyone else has left, except his guards that, as I
Mhm.
said,
Of
are
course.
put as discreetly as possible behind the table,
Mhm. Of
he
course.
says, "So, you have information about some secret initiative that the Black Sands had in the past?"
Not necessarily we're interested in what the Black Suns are up to with that or anything like that. We are more interested on what was the project about. We had a few negative encounters with the Empire. We have made a bad reputation with them, and it was apparently involved in all of these projects. So we want to be more aware of what exactly we end up getting involved with.
You see a slight smile
Mhm.
um, in his face. You can see his razor sharp teeth, and he says, "Ooh,
That that Neo looks at him and says, "But have in mind that if you consider this an opportunity to cross us to the Empire, or try to get in Empire's goodwill, before that even happens, we are going to damage the Black Sun's operations whatever way we can. We would prefer to not come to that."
you have some nerve to come here and spew these things out, you know." But
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be your enemy if you think about it. I'm just
yes,
trying to
yes,
make
you're
business.
not trying to be my enemy. I don't know exactly what you're trying to be, though. I'll tell you what.
Let's just say I'm trying to be a business partner in for this occasion, and I'm not interested in getting the Blackstone's way. We just want to make our situation better, while at the same time not making enemies. It's not a
Hmm,
very normal, something out of the ordinary.
very well. Do you work with some specific organization or something?
No,
No. You're a freelancer then?
you could say that.
Interesting. Name, please?
He just gives his own name. He doesn't give Elena's or anything or any members of the
Okay,
crew. Hmm.
okay, okay.
He just gives his name.
Very well. Okay. Tell you what, I'll think about it and contact you tomorrow to see what will happen.
Neo gives him the number of his his hollow. Give me a second. The name is escaping of the device.
Yeah, yeah.
Holocom.
Right here. The office comlink and say take all the time you need. If you need more time to talk about this with anyone else, take it. We are not in a hurry.
Okay, okay. I don't think that
Um,
it will take more than a day, though.
mhm. Perfect. He says Neo in that case.
Good.
Um,
See you tomorrow then.
see you tomorrow, says Neo, and well, ask for a guard to take him out.
Hmm.
To his company.
Yep. With another wave, the guard, one of the guards leads you
Mm-hmm.
outside again,
Yeah.
and as you exit the mansion itself,
Mm-hmm.
Desa says, "I don't like this guy."
Me either. Me either. But I try to, not be his finest, but at the same time trying to make it clear that I'm not trying to be an enemy. Hope it works.
She looks dead. She looks dead serious in your eyes, and she says, "Once you are a little bit, mm, afar from the mansion," and says,
Mhm.
"I'll be completely honest with you. If this guy actually has any ambitions of rising above his current station with unsavory means, we might be lucky. Otherwise,
Uh,
we're in
could
a
you
lot
repeat
of
that?
trouble."
Uh, Mir, could you repeat that because there was a bit of noise around here and it didn't hear well the part after if he has any ambition.
Okay. She says, if this guy has big ambitions of raising above current state with more unsavory means, then we might be lucky. Otherwise, we are in a lot of trouble. What I'm saying is, he will either say yes and try to
Mhm.
negotiate with us in the hopes that we might uncover something that gives him an edge against
Mhm.
his rivals, but he might sell us out to his superiors.
Yeah, I know. It's a very hard bet, but we had to play it.
Let's prepare as best as we can tomorrow, then.
Yeah,
And I think this is a good
yeah, it is a good moment
place
Yeah.
uh, by the way,
to
this is
close it.
something I would like to say here that happens, on the time from now to the next session, to the next day where we return in the next session. Could Neo make some kind of system underneath the more obvious one of the droid where he can take control of it in case, he tries to, when he has it, try to use it against us?
Yes, you can try and make some tweaks.
Mhm.
Elena's going to be sitting in the ship very uncomfortably for the next day.
Yeah, when when Neo gets to the ship, he will look at Elena once we are all set with all of this, and say, "I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just got to play it that way. I'm so sorry."
Elena doesn't even look at Neo. She just kind of awkwardly walks towards her bedroom.
Yeah. When Neo gets the chance along with Ketch, he says, "I made her angry at me. This is what it's like to have a little sister angry at you. It's not comfortable."
Don't ask me. You're asking the guy who grew up in a cube.
Yes. Desa gives you
Do
a
you think?
button.
Like,
Do you think?
frankly, interacting with other people is still somewhat new with me.
Yeah.
Neo looks at Hitch and says, "Do you think Jawen will know what that's like?"
Don't ask me. Joanne's a mystery.
Bro.
Desa will just give you a back, a
Yeah.
tap on the back and say, "Oh, don't worry, she'll get over it."
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't expect that she would be that out of the water there, but
I did honestly, I did expect it for her to be fish completely out of the water, but I did not expect her. But I really hope I didn't make her more uncomfortable than she probably already was.
she looks at you. She opens her mouth as if she wants to say something and then goes, "You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'll let it slide." And she leaves.
Oh God, says Neo. Yeah, I am on the open kitchen. Joy. And he goes to
Elena's
work
got
on
you in the
the.
Elena's putting you in the doghouse as soon as this mission is over.
Uh, and Neo goes to the droid to try to see if he can make a system where the droid won't turn five of us if
The droid
he
turns
ever.
mad and starts killing everyone. The end.
Anyway,
Of
I
course,
really need to go,
that
so we
first
should.
will be that 30 will be enough to put that system into a droid, but I won't attack any member of the crew right now.
Mm,
The ship.
I'd say let's keep